It
Uh,
say
it said what?
on my shit. It say streaming to X Twitter is unavailable.
I don't know why. I forgot to pay my for my Twitter premium or whatever it should call.
You good?
I've been streaming it to Twitter. I had to stop that. So I'm like $11 a month. Ain't nobody watching that shit.
My blunt getting crunchy.
Man, before we dive into this conversation, man, did you watch the last episode?
The last episode of the podcast.
No, My Hero Academia, the podcast
Oh
too, but
yes, yes.
My Hero
Last night
Academia.
to be specific. Yes, yes.
That shit, man.
Um,
What do you think
um,
about the ending?
I don't want to say too much because I hope not to run into anybody who hasn't, been fully updated on what's going on. But I feel like they, what I'm saying? Like I was hearing about somebody apparently they wanting to keep it going. Like I don't feel like there's no reason to keep it going. It's
Man,
done.
there's no reason to keep
Buddy,
it going,
like,
bro.
what I'm
Like,
saying? There's no sequel. It's nothing. It's over with. The done, you know what I'm saying? Like the done is done. There's no dunning to be else done. Like we're done. Like y'all gonna stretch it out and then that shit. Like I could.
it's
It's
gonna get
funny because
bad.
like on that last episode, I could see it going like three different ways on it. You know what I'm saying? Where they could have stretched it out even more, but you know,
Facts. I fucked them out of that cord on the pod. Shit.
it's funny. I was looking for your stream, man. Lo and behold, as soon as you.
I might stop streaming this shit to Twitch and just stream it to YouTube. Hopefully, that'll force
Yeah.
people to watch my shit on YouTube. I need some YouTube numbers.
Mm. I mean, that is the way to go about it. You could just post the clips on Twitch type shit.
All right. But then again, some niggas they ain't gonna do that because it's like, oh, if it's past what I want it to be, I ain't gonna go do it.
Stop playing on the stairs. Thanks. They down there playing that shit, boy. A question too. Am I here by myself? I am here by myself. About this American.
All right, okay, my back, my back. Here we
There
go,
we
here we go.
go. Welcome back,
All
man.
right, I don't know why my internet just shut off like that. That's crazy. All
It's
right,
funny because I'm like, where the fuck you go?
okay, there we go. See, we're good on this. I haven't opened up my streamer, but
Can I turn you up more?
on Twitch or on here.
No, I'm here.
Uh,
I don't know. I
I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3 is all connected. Okay, boom. YouTube, Bostrix is connected. I gotta connect to a different thing. I forgot. Okay, I gotta learn the streamer bot shit. The streamer bot shit is a lot. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. So, where my other earbud at? Right now I'm listening to you in one ear and that shit weird. Hey, it's cold as hell in North Carolina right now.
it's like 0 right now.
Alright, it ain't that cold, but like just this thing says 0. I was like, yeah, I can't beat that, man.
Yeah, it's like -1. It feels like -1.
It's 36 degrees.
Nigga ain't even got an actual degree. No type of education. This is
No
bullshit.
education, just
Straight cold.
straight cold. All right, we're gonna get into it. All right, the Twitch is now working. I'm gonna be honest. I do not have the questions pulled up. I'm just
I
ass
do.
today.
Look,
You
how the
do,
fuck you not on point?
bro? Because
Come on now, lock the fuck
bro,
in.
people
Alright.
tell you they back out, and I just be like, ah, shit. I'm over here scrambling and shit, trying to get. I almost had Cookie Quiet come on that bitch today, but she said it was too last minute notice. I was like, ah, okay. You know what Cookie Quiet is?
Nah, I'm not help. I'm not help.
She the one
I
who
was
made
looking at
that
the
song. If I back it up, is it fat enough?
you funny as hell for
Yeah,
even.
yeah, yeah.
Why did you didn't even have like you know what? No.
I'm gonna say you know who she is though. Like
Nah, you ain't even just have to go into
that's the
the
name of her song. That's the song. Like that song was popular as fuck. About what 5, 6 years ago?
bro. TikTok crazy.
All right, I need to start streaming TikTok too. Okay. For everybody watching on YouTube right now, man, well, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the motherfucking best. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Shout out
right.
to y'all. Y'all sitting there watching us just not do shit, but y'all still here. All right. When I open this up, my last thing I'm just gonna yap about. A nigga got a juicer, bro. My juicer be here in like
You.
a day or two. Hell yeah, I got me a
Uh,
juicer, bro. I'm gonna start.
what you gonna be putting in that bitch? You don't say nothing. Don't
Nah,
say
I'm
the
about to start making
bullshit.
my like homemade Sprite and shit, man. Juice and lemons and limes, get some agave syrup, and just make homemade
Bro,
Sprite.
like I be so with you, bro. I
Like
be
I saw that shit, I
so
was just like,
nah,
I've
bro. You
been seeing
finna
it.
piss me off, bro. Like ain't no way you just said Sprite. Like I'm thinking your ass finna say some smoothies or something. This nigga talking about so I can make my own Sprite.
Bro, I've been seeing that shit on YouTube for so long. It's like people be talking about juice on. You could juice watermelons and it's how
Yeah,
much
who gets
healthier
it
it
for
is.
Sprite though? Like Sprite.
I mean, no, I did it. I'm not doing a for Sprite, but I'm like, I'm doing it, and I thought about, I want to replace Sprite, so I want to replace just a lot of shit. Like, I want to have my
Bro.
fat person shit, but also be healthy about it. And so when I found out Sprite ain't nothing but just lemons, limes, some soda water, and some type of sugar, I was like, shit, I can do that. I mean, a juicer, just buy me some carbonated water, and we in there.
Carbonated water sound crazy.
Or
But
seltzer
I know
water.
what it yeah.
Seltzer water, something like
Get you
that.
some sparkling water or
Yeah,
some, you
sparkling
know
water
what
probably
I'm
better.
saying?
Yeah, seltzer water can ass. So, all right,
Get to it.
now I got everything on here. Welcome in, everybody to the Cool Down Den. It's your boy Stu, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, Grams in here, man. We're talking about growing up. I've been Grams. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I've been seeing these boys going around that used to be YNs, but now they are quarter zip boys. They're quarter zip fellas. And so when I saw that movement, this new movement coming around, I was like, hey, That's kind of crazy how like back in the day, like I know for maybe for us, it used to be like the baggy t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? That was a style. The super baggy, like niggas wear my size shirt, but they your size. You feel me? 7, 8, 8X, 7, 8, 9 XL shirts, and you 110 pounds. Like that was the style. Was some
Yeah,
super
shit.
baggy.
That
Like that
shit,
was
it made sense around the time, motherfucker. You
that
know what I'm
was
saying? Something
that.
about them goddamn phone holsters on the side of the hip, how
You
you
on the
feel
hip,
like
yeah. That was you was that
some,
nigga back then. If you had all
you
that,
feel
man.
me?
So that was it back then. So now it's the YNs with the ski mask and robbing
Now they
stuff
wear
and
tight clothes now.
yeah. Getting a juicer to make Sprite is type crazy. Hey
I
Ty,
told you, bro.
it's
Look,
not crazy. You're making natural Sprite, okay? You're getting. I'm not saying I'm getting it for Sprite. I'm saying I'm getting it, and I can also make Sprite with it.
oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? This is
I
one of the
did
many
that.
uses. You did that. You did that.
I did that. It's the triple barrel too. I want you feel me? Like,
This nigga's at a triple barrel.
man,
Like,
look, it's the triple. It's
this
three. It's a shotgun, but you feel like, come on now.
man got the shotgun barrel of this motherfucker. So yeah, the whole man, the whole YN movement is changing to be less chaotic, less crazy, and they growing up and becoming matcha boys. They drinking matcha tea and having a quarter zip and being about their business and going to church and I'm like, okay, I'm with this. I can get with this. I can get with this. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today's podcast is as we get older, we just we put our childish or our chaotic ways away. So
A specific amount of us, I would say. It's a lot of people who kind of like old YNs, so they in denial. That they
facts.
even
That's where you get them OGs. They can YNs the
hmm
OGs. And they still there on
old
the
head,
block.
old school, bro.
It's still in the damn block. Just doing crazy shit. And it's like, so first question right here is, what is something that you did purely for fun or attention or clout that when you was younger that you when you look back on now you like, man,
I don't want to get too, cause I cannot get incriminating, but I can also be. But I would say that a lot of things that like I feel like a lot of people like as younger, you kind of, especially in Chicago, but a lot of people kind of go into this like show the world, like this overly masculine. So you trying to prove something to the world, you know what I'm saying? You trying to prove something to the females, you trying to prove something to the niggas for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? And shit, that it kind of gets to the movement, the point where you being a follower, but they not looking at it as a follower. They kind of trying to
right.
put another, you know what I'm saying, stipulation or a point. But something that I used to do, I feel like, yeah, I'm trying to see which way I'm finna go about it.
Hey, it's your show, man. You just what I'm
Nah,
saying.
this your show, man. I'm just here,
I mean, your
man.
show for this segment, for this moment is your show.
Right.
Okay.
Nah, for sure though. I say doing the little, you know what I'm saying, call myself trying to, post up on a block or, whatever the case, trying to
Right.
call myself needing some protection, which, you know, I damn ain't even needed it until I was actually, in the process of,
Right. Right.
actually, needing it type shit. But nah, I just feel like being in the faces of a lot of people that I didn't need to be. I feel like smoking was a real, gateway to a lot of unnecessary shit that I was in,
I
like kind of.
I feel that. Me personally, I gotta say, my mom did a really great job of getting me away from that. She moved us away from Cleveland to get us away from that type of lifestyle when it came to drugs or gangs or things like that. She did a really so I didn't really have that type of exposure. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in uppity-ville. I grew up with the quarter zips. You know what I'm saying? That was my lifestyle. Like quarter zips was just default for me. That's all I know.
Did you
So
ever look? I was My bad, cut you
no, no,
off.
yeah,
I was
no.
gonna say, did you ever look at the opposite side? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, did
Like,
you ever look down on something
oh,
that,
100%. 100%. No, no, 100%. No, 100%.
it's 100%.
100%.
Because I
I said this a lot. Like when I went to a black college, when I went to Livingstone, which is an all black college, right? I looked at them like a bunch of niggas. Like y'all some niggas, man. And like it took me a while to realize, Stu, you a nigga too. Like you got the same skin color these motherfuckers. Like you got the same, But no, that definitely was. I definitely got indoctrinated into that culture, right? To where I started looking at hood people, and Jay hates when I say this, but I started looking at hood people. It's like, the black people over there just, like dead ass, like. But I realized that shit. It's just another way of
like
life.
they raised, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can. I came to that point about like humanity in general, like you could blame somebody for like what they actively doing. Yes, you can. Like if a motherfucker actively tweaking, yes, you can hold them accountable for that. But how they was raised and you know what I'm saying, the actions that they already did, half of the people just kind of going off of their experience or you know what I'm saying, going off of how they was raised and shit. They was raised off just shit. Down the straight, you know what I'm saying, pudding cups they whole life. They ain't got nothing
Facts.
that's, you know what I'm saying, they ain't never even been to a restaurant. They ain't never even spent over $50 on a meal, you know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
it's
Yeah.
shit like that you gotta put into context to where it's like it kind of show you to be a little bit more, grateful because even though I'm, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't overly call myself like a
What's
trench
up,
baby and
tragic?
none of that. But I definitely say that it's a lot of motherfuckers that's way had it because I had
Mm-hmm.
it the way I had it, but it's some motherfuckers who you know what I'm saying like really OG was on that shit. You know what I'm saying, Pops was on that shit. They in and out the system. You know what I'm saying, like it's always what I'm saying, it's always a different perspective. So that's why I don't too much too much. But
On
stay well,
God,
brother.
no,
Stay
that
well,
that
brother.
that is so true, and it's crazy because growing up the way I did, like I said, I really didn't really have my eyes open that much until I got to college, and I went to a black college, and I saw all these different types of black people, because there were other black people kind of like me who grew up in mid, I'm not even high class, just mid class society, right? This middle of the pack. Um, but then I hear stories. Like I hear stories from my mom. 'Cause my mom grew up in the hood. She grew up around the gang violence and all that other stuff, and
That's why
and
she
the
got you out
drugs,
of the.
and that's why she got us the fuck out,
Yeah.
right? So I never saw
OG
any of
said
that.
nah.
And like if I did see it, it was like at a family reunion or some shit where I would see it for maybe 2-3 hours per month. Like it was
Mhm.
just like I could get out, right? And so it's not the same exposure. So yeah, when I got to Livingstone, man, everything was just different. It was just so different. So it was for me. I really did. So I guess to answer the question, for me, the only thing bad I would say I did was like, damn,
Got zone this bitch on.
I'm trying to say like, what did I do when I was a youngin' and what I do now? Mm, Probably lie. I was a really bad liar. I was just lie so much. Like I was just a liar, bro.
Lying.
Just lying. I was just lie for no damn reason. Like just stupid
I was
shit.
just finna say, well, did
Just
you have
stupid
like
shit.
because I remember doing it as like a pillow for a lot of people. Where it was either whether if it was a pillow for myself, it was a pillow for somebody else, so I ain't got to deal with the actuality of how what I'm saying that is gonna play out type shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because one
And
thing
make it
about
scary.
me, what is that confrontation? It was actually funny me being called myself wanting to be in the streets because I don't do well at all with confrontation.
Man,
Like
what?
I don't do that shit, nigga. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of being said, it's kind of funny how you know,
No,
shit
that
play out. You
that's
grow older,
that's so me because like no, literally that's so me because when I think about me in my life, the reason people I'm always such a forward thinking person, and I guess maybe it's because I've always thought about the negative side of things. I don't know why. That's just how I always think about what could possibly maybe happen, and so I'll be I'll be planning shit just in case, right? And so like growing up, like in high school and all the other schools and shit, I used to be friends with everybody. Why was I friends with everybody? Not because I can use them, but so that way if some shit pop off, Stu ain't gonna get touched because both sides fuck with Stu. So no matter
Bro,
what war
yeah,
happened,
that's I 100% feel that. I had a couple situations where motherfucker gotta, now you ain't necessarily playing both sides, but motherfucker definitely like I ain't trying to get with y'all at, but I also ain't trying to get to with y'all at. You know what I'm saying? I
I
ain't,
was the main one. I'm just trying to make it to the crib, man. What y'all
Still
do is what y'all do. I ain't
say,
bothering
look,
nobody.
man, I'm fuck with y'all.
I fuck with whoever alive later, man. I ain't about. I'm just gonna go ahead and walk my
Tell
ass
me
to the crib.
whoever alive later.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like our graders. I like whoever got defibrillator, man. I got whoever got defibrillator. You feel me? But yeah, so that was just be there, like you feel me. So that's kind of how I live. I guess that would be my little ways of being two faced shit like that. I ain't like that. So did you ever feel the pressure to perform or be someone that you were not just to be accepted about certain things? I'm gonna start with this one. Be honest, I'm gonna start on this one. 100%. Growing up, I think this is the flip side for me. For you, it's more like street stuff in Chicago. For me, this question right here hits me hard. Being a black man in a white person's world, growing up in that, oh yeah, there was lots of pressure to act like Billy, to act like Mike, to act like what? Oh, there's so much pressure. Like you can't say a lot of different things, especially at the same time. Like I said, my mom grew up with, in rougher neighborhoods, so she of course she wants to teach us about our black culture and stuff like that. But black culture, you can't. It's hard to be a black proud man in a white man's world. You can't really do that. So there was a lot of pressure for me to conform to whatever situation we was in. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't be too loud because if you too loud now you ghetto. You can't be too this. You can't. So definitely for me there was a lot of places where I couldn't be too anything. Right. So for sure that's so for me personally on that question for me. I know for me, there definitely was a lot of conformity right there growing up. Nigga, eyes open up. Some good shit.
Shit. But she sent me that little barrel shotgun shit I call myself trying to do.
Almost
But
shot
as
himself.
far as in for me, you said, hold on, let me read the question again. Do you ever feel pressure to perform or be someone you were just not expected? And it's funny because that kind of go into what I was saying, like as far as in like you trying to just, you trying to adapt to your situation so you
Right.
ain't outcasted. Obviously us older, it's a whole different concept, but as younger, you damn near trying to, damn near just not be on the, you know what I'm saying, the
Right.
last
You just
motherfucker picked on the team. Just
right.
anything to be the, you know what I'm saying, the motherfucker. Cause and the black community, it ain't nothing like having a radar on you. Like whatever the fuck the, you know what I'm saying, the
Mm-hmm.
talk about is like you don't want to be in that hot seat. Your ass getting cooked every day.
Every
Bullying is not even a thing in the black community. That's the even funnier part. As it's funny because that's like on some real shit. They don't claim it as bullying. Like maybe nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit, got a little bit more people who in touch with they, feelings. So they got a little bit of empathy or they trying to protect, the people that they trying to protect, whatever the case is. But
right.
bullying was never a thing in the black community. It was just motherfucker getting their ass baked. And then shit, I even personally remember shit, I used to be like, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, no, I just kind of just flipped the page back and I just remember some shit. I remember like being that person that was like, shit, I'm kind of just going to school to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like,
right.
I ain't even really thinking about the like lock in part. And I remember baking a motherfucker so bad that they went to a different school. We was cooking this motherfucker. Like
Shit.
every time he came to the school. And it wasn't even no like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'll never be on that type of I've been carrying that energy since then at day one. I ain't never really fuck with the calling somebody out their name, you a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. I ain't on no type of time like that. So my bullying was literally just this nigga get his ass fried. Like this, why is this nigga so funny in my class? Why
No facts.
why is there not a funnier motherfucker that can bake his ass? Or why is the other funny motherfucker teaming up with this nigga to cook my
Man,
shit?
what team
It's like,
A? Hey, especially growing up, man, you getting teased about your shoes, your shirt, or necklace. Man,
Yeah, it's
what?
like
This
you just
man
had to
over
be
here
on
using
point.
wearing FUBU. You fat,
You
ugly,
had to
black,
be
and
on
uncomfortable.
point.
Like, man, I was just
You could
it.
not come to school slacking. I'm talking about you gotta come in that bitch on point, or
No,
it's doomsday, nigga. It's over with. Yeah, you finna fry your
no,
shit.
that is so true. I know a lot of time people talk about the mall, right? People go to the mall. That's like the show all be all place. But no, the
The
schoolyard was
school,
was the number one spot. Like you said, a lot of people went to school not to learn shit. No, we in America, don't want to learn shit.
I'm
I
not
go
think
to
about
school,
think about the fuck they was teaching us, bro. The only
man.
black motherfucker that came up was George Washington Carver, and I can actually put that on. I can put that on somebody that I love. That nigga, George Washington Carver is the only nigga that popped up in school that I can remember. That I can maybe you know what I'm saying.
That
You
man
know,
invented the peanut basically.
literally.
He found like a million uses for peanuts. Like it's crazy. But no, man, the schoolyard was definitely like, man, what? Like, and I never think about what you until you just said it just now. Like, yeah, that was a lot. I really enjoy going to school, not because of like education. Even though I had some classes out. Like, I like math and shit, so that was cool.
You
But no, it
feel
was
me? Everybody had their class that they like, or then the teacher that made them like the class even
yeah,
more. Like that was my culinary class.
yeah. So
I
there definitely
went in
some
that
classes
bitch.
like
We
that. But
cooking and frying niggas. I'm talking about we frying and frying, boy.
and then you got
Nigga,
the
that
one teachers
culinary
who just
class.
let you do that shit. But the teachers know that this is where this they just let you
You
joke on
feel
each
me?
other,
Like,
and you
yeah, I
just
was
like you letting this shit happen, bro. Like nowadays you can't do that, bro. Everybody's so damn soft nowadays, man. You can't really fry nobody no more in school, bro, because it's
yeah, it's a
niggas be
whole
shooting up
different.
schools and shit. Can't do that now.
You
Like
feel me? It's a whole different wave now, but nigga, I definitely remember motherfucking. It's so funny because the same class that I love to go to was the same teacher that signed off. Nobody tell. Shut y'all ass up. But it's the same teacher that wrote off and said that I did whatchamacallit, what is that, driver's ed, so I
mm,
can get my license so I don't have to take the 6 hour class. So I end up being able to just straight take the test because she said, come on now. Like
man,
that's why I knew I
hey,
was in the hood. I'm like, yeah,
hey, no,
this shit
that's
ghetto
one
as
thing.
fuck.
That's one thing I love about the black community, and just in one thing about urban areas, right? Even though urban areas don't got a lot of shit, the community is so much deeper in urban areas than it is like where I grew up. Where I grew up, it is strictly merits. That's it. If you ain't make it, you just ain't fucking make it. Ain't nobody helping your ass. You ain't getting no leeway. Even if they like you, they choose they self over you. There ain't no helping nowhere. Like what you just described, that shit ain't happening where I grew up
No,
at
bro, they
all.
going by the books. They gonna
By
go
the
by the
books,
books.
bro.
Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
It wasn't until I moved to Durham, North Carolina, and went to not a black high school, but it was kind of like it was more mixed. To where it was a principal. I never forget him. His name Dr. Hopkins. Uh, and this man, like, 'cause we was poor. We was poor. You know, my mom just got done having a stroke and shit, so she couldn't really work. My older brother, we was all living in his 1 bedroom apartment. Like we was thugging it. And so we didn't really have funds like that. I had a job at Jimmy John's, but I couldn't afford nothing. He paid for my homecoming tickets. He paid for my graduation cap and gown. He paid for my prom, not my homecoming, my prom ticket stuff. He paid
This
for
was
my
when you
prom
slid to the
suit.
black community. No,
Yeah.
okay.
He paid for my prom suit. Like basically my entire senior year, this man paid for everything for me. And I was just
That's
like,
tough.
bro, just he. And I remember asking him a couple years ago. I was just years later. I was like, "How come? Why you look out for me like that?" He's like, "Because I saw how hard you work, and you just didn't have it." He says, "I'm not gonna let somebody who works hard for it and don't have it just get discouraged by that." And I was like, "That's real. That's real. Like
Right.
that's real. Like we need more people like that. Like because there are people who like that, who
Like in
are
the
like
last
me.
episode of My Hero. You know what I'm
Oh
talking about?
God, like
Don't say it, but you know what
you
I'm
know what
talking
I'm saying?
about.
Exactly,
You feel me? All
exactly.
you gotta do is lend that hand. It's funny because I was just talking to my brother about that shit. Like, so a lot of people kind of look at like doing good. Like once somebody do something for somebody, they gotta then you know what I'm saying, scratch that person back. Nigga, we can make this shit a full circle and just pass that shit on, double it and give it to the next. You feel me? Like that shit.
Facts.
That's really how that shit go. Obviously, if you got it, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker need it. Obviously,
No
type shit. But
facts.
for the most part, it's always good to shit. Motherfucker, pass that shit on. Somebody do a good deed for you, pass that shit on to the next motherfucker, and you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
slowly heal the world, type shit.
And that's it because you never and just like the show, man. Like I'm sorry, we both just got done watching My Hero, so it's right, it's
Well,
on our
bro.
brain. But like, yeah, like you never know what stretching out your hand will do to save lives, to save. Because let's make it realistic. If someone was just nice to Hitler before he became Hitler, back when he was just a nigga who liked art,
It would
back
never
when
even started. It would never even started. That bro would have been out of there in the first place.
if
But
somebody would have
literally,
bought his paintings or whatever the fuck he was doing, I think he was doing murals or some shit, but before he became crazy. Yeah, but if somebody would just like let him do some mural shit and let him do his artwork, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely just stretch your hand out, bro. Stretch your hand out
bro, just
because
gave that nigga
just give him a hug, bro.
a
Just give him a hug
hug.
because some of that look these YNs, bro. They out here just doing crazy shit. That is the whole point of adults. We need to be able to guide and see past the craziness that these
It
YNs be
takes a
doing.
community.
It
It
takes
takes
it,
a
bro. It
community.
takes
And
that,
that's the
bro.
funny part. Nobody really going off of that now. It's really just a solo household. Like, shit, I even fall victim to that. Like, motherfucker just, you know what I'm saying, being here doing what they got to do versus kind of going towards, you know what I'm saying? Like, because realistically, it do take a village to raise a kid, bro, let alone multiple kids. And motherfuckers out here doing that whole thing they self, they whole life.
Hey, lady, AJ. No, facts, facts, facts.
WP Everson, Melowski out.
Definitely 100%. I definitely agree. I miss the community. One thing I do miss about the neighborhood where I grew up was that small knit community feel. Everybody knows everybody, and because of that, everybody looks out for everybody, right? And so one thing about those type of communities is, yeah, when you get scolded, you can't get away with shit. Like I think I told Jay and everybody this before. Like the community was so small, everybody knew everybody. That like if I got in trouble, my mom knew about it before I even got off the bus. Like, if you got in trouble with the cops, you was skipping school. My mom would know about it before I got home.
No,
If
bro.
I if I skip school, if I skip school to go watch a movie, somebody at that movie theater gonna take my money, give me the ticket, and then call my mama and let them know I was at the movie theater and say
Bro.
sewer snitching. Like it was that tight knit, right? You couldn't get away with shit. But at the same time, like I said before, if something do pop off, oh, that's Rhonda's son. Go get him. Come on. We gotta protect him. Come on. Because it's like everybody was tight knit at the same time. So yeah, everybody getting scolded, but it was a community. We all look out for each other on our own and shit. People don't like that no more. I understand why, with all the craziness going on. You don't know which one of your neighbors is crazy or not.
I ain't never
So
really rock with the turning the I can't just like I can't turn the head, G. That's something I never low key agree with. If I see any like I'm heavy on like it's funny because I ain't, you know what I'm saying, expected to take a little turn, but it is. But I'm
mm,
heavy on the you feel me, on the domestic violence. I don't fuck with that shit at all. Like,
right.
I dead ass step in on any random occasion, only because of, you know what I'm saying, what I went through as a child. And, you know what I'm saying, to just turn the eye on that or just to keep it pushing, like, after seeing what you see, and that shit, nah, that shit
No
ain't never the
facts.
way to go. Like,
No facts
and
for
literally
sure.
doing the same thing they, you know what I'm saying, that the old lady did. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, then now look, motherfucker, Shigarami, Shigaraki.
Shigarami. This nigga just making up character. Shigaraki. Yeah, we got. Hey, no.
You feel me? Like
Hey,
all
Sugar
you had
Rocky,
to do
bro.
was hold that nigga hand, G.
That's it, man. Because
No,
it just and we going. You know what? I'm about to reframe this whole episode. We're about to just do this right now on the spot. This whole episode is brought to you
this
today
nigga
by
trying to
My
do
Hero Academia.
improv.
Now look, this whole episode is brought to you today by My Hero Academia. No,
Motherfucker, the turning point.
no, because like I think this is actually a good point to actually bring up. Like we talking about being chaotic when you're younger and then growing up and being like about your business, right? So I think like for real, that chaos when you're young springs from not from being misunderstood, from being not examined, not looked at, not looked over, not raised right, right? Not feeling love, whatever. And so as a kid, you start doing crazy stuff, whether it's being out on the street to acting out in class to well, I think that's what it is for me. For me, growing up was acting out in class, right? Um, just whatever it is to seek attention, right? It could be like I said, smoking, drinking, fucking, whatever, right? I think that all comes from not feeling loved or seen or whatever growing up. So
You
now,
reaching
as you
out.
grow up, exactly, you
It's you
you you
crying out.
asking
That's
you asking
whatever.
for that attention, like Sugar Rocky said, if someone, anyone would have reached a hand,
Anyone.
if
Nigga,
anyone,
the bus driver.
that nigga was not picky. That nigga was hurt. He
he
was not
said,
picky.
he said,
He said
nigga,
if
anybody.
anyone, if any one person would have reached out, my heart would have been saved. Not one person reached out for that motherfucker. And so
Bro.
that's how quote unquote villains are made. But at the same time, that's how YNs is made, right? That's how ain't nobody
And
love them
niggas
like
ain't
that,
watching anime enough. They whole
man.
time, motherfucker, the same shit happen. Niggas need to watch some anime. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all sleep that shit down there. These niggas living the lives of anime characters. They don't even know it, G.
Don't even know it, but yeah. So
It's
so
really
yeah,
about your upbringing, though. Like,
it
dead
really
ass. On
is. It
some,
really,
like, and
really.
then it's, you gotta handle your shit, or you gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be in that shit, as long as you feel like, because anybody who in that shit, damn, they're giving a excuse for why they in that shit, and it's all
For
about what you
sure.
put a pillow under.
Man, I need a new pillow. Actually, my pillow breaking down. But okay,
This nigga,
no, you don't even think about that right now. So now that we know that when it comes to being a YN, this poll. All right, this
what the hell is that? The Master Oogway staff?
man,
That's
what
nigga
exactly?
got.
So now, like, so yeah, so we know that being a YN, being being grown up with chaotic. We all had our different paths and shit. What was something for you? Because you said you was in the street. What was something for you though when you grew up, or as you grew up, you was just like, yeah, you know what? What was that experience that made you say, yeah, this ain't for me. Let me get my shit out here. Let me get my life together.
I have to say, it was low key 3 stages of it. Is a funny part. I want to say four, but I ain't going, because the four kind of little, you know what I'm saying? It's a little
Right.
pinch, but it was that nudge that kind of pushed me all the way to the positive, let alone just getting out of the way. But I say, shit, the first time I got locked up, I ended up getting incarcerated. I was locked up for like a month, and then I got out. And then I ended up being on house arrest for like over a year. Nigga was in school, just regular as hell. And that's when I was on my bullshit. Cause I just said, I'm in
Hey,
school.
that
Nigga,
man.
I went to prom on house arrest. I can't make this shit up.
Shit.
I went to prom on house arrest, and motherfucking
Man, ankle
shit
ashy
just
as
end
hell in
up,
that one spot.
you know what I'm saying? I was just happy to be outside the house, because I ended up doing some shit that, end up putting me into a situation that end up
Ooh,
put me into another situation that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
damn, Jay.
yeah, literally, I looked over. I'm like, hold on, man. Give me a second, man.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, there was an instance where, well, I didn't get shot at, but I was in the path of it because I was with somebody who was a target. I wasn't a target because, like I said a little bit ago, I made sure I was never the fucking target. I made sure to be friends with people because what I said before, if some shit popped off, you ain't shooting at Stu. You hold on, ceasefire. Stu walking the path. You know what I'm saying? All right, he gone. We can go back. Now I made sure it wasn't at me, but I definitely was in the crossfire between some people who was. But yeah, Jay, that's kind of crazy, man. Shit, the fuck was you doing? Piss people off? They want to, let me stop. But no, for sure though.
Oh
But
shit.
no, that yeah, going. You said going to jail, so
I end up getting locked up, house arrest, year plus, literally graduated. Cause they told me if I graduate, they you know what I'm saying, dismiss the case. They end
that's
up
good.
lying to
That's
me
good.
about that because
Hot damn.
that shit's still on my record. I'm literally like, not to even shit, niggas a felon. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? To this
Did
day,
you?
like
Do you know? Can you get it expunged?
I've been trying to. I'm actually
Oh,
been
okay.
working on that within the past, you know what I'm saying? And then it's even more crazy because I was already in the system, my name, you know what I'm saying, was so I end up getting on probation like after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? They gave me all right, I'm off, but nigga, you ain't all the way off the hook type shit. And then I end up getting locked up again. And then I was locked up for 2 months. But then at that point in time, this is what really changed. This altered the fuck out of my mind. Nigga, I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm over super cool. Nigga, I was locked up for because I got remind you, I told you I was locked up for a month prior to.
Right,
I
right,
got
right.
through that little month, you know what I'm saying? Because when you locked up, that shit kind of like you somewhere else. You're not at home, nigga. Like and you under somebody else's rules and jurisdictions, and nigga, you also then you know what I'm saying, then fighting for your life type shit. Because anything could pop off, especially if somebody know you in that shit. And I was in the process of being calling myself being in the streets, so I'm running into what I'm saying, shit that I was what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, causing outside. I was locked up for 2 months, no bond. That shit had nigga no bond. And once I first found out that it was no bond in general,
Oh yeah, when you in there, you in there.
ah! And then I'm going to court for one case to go back to court for another case to go back to court, and they both just trying to figure out what's what I'm saying, what's going on. And it's like, and once I kind of got out of that shit, I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't, nah. I'll be damn, my life not in my hand at all.
Man,
That
what?
shit kind of, that shit kind of, that shit really fucked me up because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That shit made me know that I never ever wanted to be
You better not be in that toilet.
literally.
You better not be in that toilet. Hey, that's what I thought about when I saw that. It made so better not be in that toilet. But no,
What the fuck, bro? Kids be random as hell. Like I'm trying to ignore it, but it took it. But yeah, so shit, just kind of not having my life in my hands at all showed
Mm-hmm.
me that I didn't want to be in that situation. Like fuck you know what I'm saying, how it make you look as a person, you know what I'm saying? Like the status they come with, like, oh, that nigga been to jail, you know what I'm saying? Like females
Mm-hmm.
that end up kind of like that shit, it kind of give you a whole different morale. Fuck that. No, I like my life. Yeah, I'm apologize, but
Yeah, no, I'm
you gotta
I'm glad
find
you said that
another.
shit. That females like that shit. Cause when I say it,
They like
I'd be making excuses. But no, you tell a girl, oh, I've been
they
to
like
jail. They
that
be
shit.
like,
They
oh
it's
shit,
a
I'm wet a little bit. Like,
think about the love, the quote unquote rough rider type, you know what I'm saying?
that
Niggas,
shit
that's why females like
ass.
bike riders and shit. Like, it's all it all come. Ain't nothing wrong with like kind of chasing for the thrill, but if you want a nigga to be fighting for his life and that's kind of what gets you off, you need to talk to a therapist immediately. On bro, because
Like
that shit
dodging
is not
bullets is
it.
what gets you wet. Then you
Like,
need to like, you know what I'm
like that
saying?
shit, right? You feel me? And then niggas keep on living like that because they ain't got really no guidance, and they kind of go back to what we was talking about originally. Shit,
Yeah, just
motherfucker, just get that nigga a hug, fool. Like,
just give a nigga a hug.
get
No,
that nigga
fat.
a
It's all
hug.
about that loop, man. It's all about that loop, and so that's why I was so happy when I saw this movement for the quarter zip movement of people breaking out of this loop. Right, they're finding a new way to break out of this loop. Now I think the whole obviously the quarter zip and the matcha tea is just a satire of it, being funny about it. But it's real though. It's real, like because like I was talking about before, I was not really grown. Wasn't really raised in quote unquote hood situation. And like I said, my mom got me out of that on purpose, and she would tell you a million times a minute she would do it again. She got us out of that shit. So I didn't know. I never saw that type of stuff. And because of that, my viewpoint is just certain things I wouldn't even think are actually possible. Maybe somebody like you or Jay would be like, "Nigga, I live that," and I was like, "Oh damn, I thought I was only on TV." No, no, y'all lived through that shit. I would, to me, it's just a TV experience, but for certain people, no, that's a Wednesday. Like,
Oh, bro, you no lie told right there for
so
sure Wednesday.
right. So for me, I had to learn that and respect that. So I think that this is really good for people at the YNs and stuff like that to see there is another way. Right. One of the best quotes I've ever heard by Steve Harvey was, "You don't know that you want first class until you sit in first class." And so, and when you once you sit in first class, you gonna bust your butt to make sure you can afford a first class ticket, because then you gonna be, and so that his way, he was saying, sometimes you don't even know what you want better until you get that exposure to better. Once you get exposed to it, then you can always have in your mind, dang, hold on, like you said, I don't gotta be doing this. I could easily just be going over here, give me a little job, give me a little hoopty, and stay out the street and just do this and that, and just and just be out the way, be out the way. So for some people, they don't know that the game is all they know. That's they dad did it, their uncle did it, their cousins do it, they sisters and brothers, aunties. I mean, their sisters and aunties are all they in the game, but on the female side of the game, we all know what that is. So it's like that's all they know. And so I was very happy I had Dr. Hopkins. Me personally, helped me out in a way because I wasn't in no Shigaraki point of view. Like my life wasn't all that damn bad, but it felt like it for me. Because especially one of the worst things for me was like growing up in these societies, in these upper middle class, or not even upper, just middle class situations. For me was, I was always the brokest one in the room, always, always, man. Like, yeah, my mom got us out of that situation, put us in a better situation, but these better situations require money, money that a single mother cannot just do by herself. She can't do it.
A
and
village.
and so like, yeah, we made it through. She made sure we had clothes. She made sure we had, the necessities to succeed. But man, let me tell you, it was hard being the brokest one in the room. It was hard being the kid who just don't got nothing. You just don't. Correction. It feels like you don't got nothing in comparison to other people, right? And so, yeah, man.
Grass always greener. Grass always
It's
greener, man.
especially,
And that's
especially yeah, especially growing up, like a lot of people to my mom this, and I've been hearing it a lot more as I grow up too, with like how we live now, like an apartment stuff we live in and stuff like that. You know, would y'all rather just have a cheaper apartment in a unsafer part of town, but then y'all can actually afford that? Yeah, true, we could. We could definitely find a much cheaper apartment than a $2,000 a month apartment. We definitely could. We definitely could. And you get something for like maybe $1,000, but then it's like then you dodging having people steal shit, having people, not having to worry about gunshots all the time, not being able to sleep because of loud train tracks, and it's just like there's a trade off somewhere, right? And so for my family and for my mother stuff, the trade off was peace, right? Peace and safety was our number one thing. Has always been our number one thing, and so that's why she'll pay that extra price to have peace and safety. And so yeah, so I think a lot of people are deciding to make that same choice, and they're choosing peace and safety over views, over trying to be that nigga that be like with the ski mask. And then, yeah, I think a lot of guys, a lot of you YNs are starting to be like, you know what, bro, I'm good off that. Like you said when you went to court, man, I'm good off that. It was cool for the
mhm.
moment, but this shit played out now. It's played out. It's definitely
Yeah.
played out.
It's funny that it's even like two sides of the two sides of the fence. Like you kind of get that you got that black dynamic of, you actually, what I'm saying, being on the suburb side, and then I'm, what I'm saying, got that perspective of shit, me having to be shit low key. I ain't even gonna say the hood. I'm just say a lower income base,
Hmm.
community type shit. And it's funny because I remember I feel like my mom was kind of trying to stay by family, but also at the same time, trying to choose peace. But shit, that shit,
Right.
you know, it it's all about the mental, at the end of the day, because
It
what
is.
you
It.
kind of deal with, because it's even funny because to even bring that to like, well, what I was just talking about as far as in like how I was and what changed me. I don't talk to a lot of people that I used to be, cool with, because they kind of got this dynamic of like, they ain't, what I'm saying? They got this dynamic of who I used to be versus who I am now. Cause now I'm a
Hmm.
father, what I'm saying? I got bills to pay, what I'm saying? All of the other shit. Ain't none of that shit bringing no bread. Ain't nobody paying no bills. That shit ain't got shit to do with shit. So with that being said, what the fuck is me, what I'm saying, being, what I'm saying, kicking around the same shit that had me in some shit, what does that bring to the table? Nothing. I
Hmm.
bet. Cool. And then it's funny because half of the time they wouldn't pick. It got to the point where they weren't picking up on like what the fuck I was even talking about. Like I'm down there saying some peaceful shit or some like, what I'm saying, down I wouldn't say necessarily spiritual, but I'm down there saying some shit that's like on a, just on a higher mental status,
Right. Right. Right.
and I ain't just trying to be talking about the same shit, everybody else talking about the bullshit that happened, shoot 'em up, bang bang, all of that. What happened last Friday? What happened at school, or whatever the case is. I started saying shit that kind of was on the peaceful side, and niggas, it started dispersing anyway. Like niggas, I
Right.
don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck I'm talking about. That shit don't make sense no more. No, bro, Zen, all of that, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know,
And I find that so funny, right? I find that so funny. And it's something I've started to learn as I grow up. Um, the more you level up, and not just not we ain't talking about the level up society we talk about where you get some money and you glow up and now you got a nice car and a house. No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about legit leveling up. We talking about your
mentally,
mind is
bro,
your mind is like you not doing childish shit no more. Whether you a female, you like, you know what, I ain't about to be out shaking ass 24/7. If you a guy, I don't gotta be going out trying to flex or trying to, swing dicks around compared to other guys. I'm not trying to make money and hold on, Graham. Okay, that's it. That came out wrong. That came out wrong. Okay. You know what I said, like dick swinging contests, like you trying to be macho with other niggas, like you don't have dick swinging. That's what I meant.
no.
That came out wrong. That came out wrong. That came out wrong. That came out wrong.
Then the
But I
kids
like
walking up at the same time, but it's too much going on right now, bro. What the hell?
no,
How
but I'm
we?
saying like yeah, but I'm saying like mentally as you level up, bro, people gonna drop to your side. People gonna drop. You gonna drop like they and you gonna get called a lot of names. You gonna be like, bro, oh you didn't change up now. You too good for somebody now. And it's just like, bro, it's not that I'm too good, but it's just like, ain't you sick
Nigga,
of this shit? Like,
literally, you ain't tired of the same
you
shit. You
ain't
ain't
tired of
tired of
this
getting
shit?
locked up. You ain't tired of like, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because like even in the, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like, I guess I don't know the right word for it. Maybe poverty, maybe you know what I'm saying, whatever the case. But I feel like it's it's bullshit everywhere. Because even if you in the suburbs, I'm pretty sure like you know it probably was easy to get drugs or damn near alcohol. So whatever the what I'm saying, somebody doing something somewhere. That's
Right, for
just
sure, for sure.
that's unfortunately the humanic society of what the hell be going on nowadays. But I just feel like it gets to a point where shit, the same thing you was saying, like you ain't tired of this shit. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I do know. But I just don't know what to tell them because it's like they still doing the same shit 20
Yeah,
years
and,
later, 10 years later.
and the type of person I am, I consider myself a very young Izuki Midoriya. I always go out and try to help people. Like I try to help people as much as I can. My body be moving before my mind can think half head ass, you know. And I had to tune that down a little bit because it's like you realize some people just don't want to be helped, or they
Yeah, they
or they're not in
be.
that space to get help yet, right? And that goes for a lot of things. Shit, that sometimes that's me too. When it comes to like my weight, there's some things I'll be like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. I know I'm fat as fuck. Leave me alone. Like, and so I'll be pushing away from that too. But like, there's sometimes when it comes to really helping somebody, sometimes people just don't want to hear that, right? They don't want to hear what could possibly be done or how their life possibly could be better because maybe they themselves haven't seen or can even imagine the possibility that you're talking about, right? You are a higher level than what where they are, so you see, oh, you too can have this too, bro. Like you can come with me, and they like, nah, bro, that's for you, bro. That's like because they don't believe it themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
they just think like you leaving them or some shit. When in actuality, it's like, no, I ain't leaving you. You just got to choose to take the step with me. You know?
It's funny because I do wanna reiterate what you did say as far as in levels, because that's the one thing that I don't do at the same time. I never like put myself above somebody, you know what I'm saying, or even below somebody, just you know what I'm saying, due to whatever. Because realistically, it
Mm.
then it'd be funny how they just kind of really failing in that one area and you know what I'm saying, they just kind of make up for, it kind of make everything look, you know what I'm saying, fucked up when shit they then they got some shit, you know what I'm saying, going that if they had the openness and the open mindedness, you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
But I definitely wouldn't say as far as in like higher level, I just feel like they just, they kind of end, you know what I'm saying, they end what they end because half of the time it'd be funny because it'd be the same person who it was before they start, you know what I'm saying, tweaking how
Right.
they was tweaking. Because it's a reason why you even done open to talk to them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, somebody too strung out on, you know what I'm saying, whatever situation they in.
Facts, not facts.
Probably wouldn't be talking to them. Me personally, I'll probably have a conversation with anybody, but I just feel like some people who low key look like they too far gone, the least likely to get the help, and then that's how they should end up playing out.
No, fact, and that's what I've started to become for me personally. Because yeah, I used to talk to everybody. I didn't care if you was a homeless man on the street, if you was a drug addict, prostitute, whatever. I mean, I still talk to hoes now, so I ain't that much different. But yeah, I didn't care. I didn't care. I'll talk to people, whatever. But now it's just more like if I'm gonna waste my breath, well, not waste. Let me not say that. If I'm gonna use my breath as far as helping people, I want to make sure I'm being heard. Because I'm gonna be honest, bro.
I felt
Growing
that.
like what really made me think that way was in college, bro. I was always I've always been a person around ladies, right? I've always had girls talk to me all the time. Not with no whole shit like I'm fucking anybody because I still don't got no bodies, bro. Fuck. But but on the level where like females come to me, they talk to me just about whatever, right? And so I had a lot of girls talk to me during college about like they men or whatever, and they like, Stuart, what am I doing wrong? Why he doing this? He gonna leave me, whatever. Like I've had so many girls cry to me about their men or whatever, and so I would talk to them, try to help them out about how basically be the male whisperer or some shit like the male knucker because females can never figure us out, so I'll be the code decipher person, right, to let them
Yeah,
know
I'm
what their man
glad
was
you
thinking.
didn't finish what you was finna say, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
that was
was
kind of
finna
crazy.
be OD. That because 2 for 2, it was gonna be time to end the podcast, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. 2 for 2
Yeah,
would have been great.
I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
Nah, though, but I get it.
And so yeah,
I
so
get it.
like yeah, so what made me stop that is because I would talk to these females. They would end up going back to these same dudes. Like some of these dudes are just terrible. Some of these dudes are straight bad guys. And I'm just like, no, you need to leave them. Get you another dude. And sometimes I recommend, hey, homeboy from our Spanish class, he like you. Like he a good dude. He had a big.
Nah, you was setting up
I
plays
was
out this league.
I was out here Chris Paul and that shit. And the thing about it is, I think maybe one time, one
They
singular
ain't even
girl,
knowing. They ain't
there was
even.
one singular girl who took my advice. One. and to this day, she is married to that man. Just letting you know. Okay.
No, that's tough.
The rest of them, they went back to the nigga, and that's when I realized I was like, you know what? Some people just talk, just talk. They don't want help. They don't want nothing. They just venting, just to vent. They don't want to fix the issue or the problem. They just talk because
That's
they.
actually my fault. Did
No,
you have
cause I was
some?
like, yeah, I was gonna say just because they kept going back to the nigga. He hit me. Okay, leave that alone. But it's just I like the way he holds me. Yeah, he holds you unconsciously, nigga. Like,
I
it was dumb shit like that.
I was finna say though, as far as what you was saying something about. Damn, I had it. I had it and it went. I had it and it went. Oh, about kind of like for you wanting to help some people.
Mhm.
That's another thing. Like if you want to help somebody, it's either like not to even say it like that, but if you helping somebody, you gotta kind of help them with open mindedness because for them to
Mhm.
be, you want them to be open minded, you have to be open minded too. So half of the time that what I'm saying, you done helping somebody, you got to be ready to listen like shit because what I'm saying, they done they got a lot to say because that's the reason why they going about what they going about the way they going about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just feel like if we ever, what I'm saying, find ourselves in a situation where we down there trying to help somebody, then I gotta go in that bitch with like, what I'm saying, fresh ears. Like
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
ain't heard nothing today. And you know what I'm saying, you down there plan on that being the only thing you heard type shit. Cause it's just
No
what kind
facts,
of
and
play.
that is something I learned that like you really gotta be like willing to, even as the helper, you have to realize sometimes what you say it just ain't gonna help because to be a teacher, the student has to want to listen too. You know, to be a helper, they have to want to be helped. It's a two-way street. So like it's just both sides, and so that definitely. You know,
You could be planting seeds too, you know what I'm saying? Like you just putting that shit in,
true.
you know what I'm saying, in front of them and that shit end up growing into some shit because motherfucker think back on it like, damn, like sometimes it get to the point where they so far, you know what I'm saying, then they kind of, you know, take a page, flip back, you know what I'm saying? Now they, you know what I mean?
No, that and I like you said that because that's something I've also learned just because, and that's what helps me become when I do stuff and I have my moments where I feel like, damn, I didn't help this person. I didn't do this. It's because us as humans, we want that immediate success. You know what I'm saying? Most humans, we want that immediate. We did good, so we want the good to come back now, right? When in actuality, that's not how it is most of the time, right? Most of the time, it does take some time. It takes some planting of seeds. It takes different things, like in the Great War of My Hero Academia. They try to get that big colossal nigga to go to sleep. It took the whole
This
damn
whole
team
motherfucking
and
podcast been based off of my hero.
this whole podcast based on My Hero because My Hero is that damn good. It took the whole team to get one vial into that nigga's mouth, and then took him another hour and a half just to make that nigga fall asleep at the perfect time for him to fall asleep. Right, and that's just how it is. That's how life is as well. Like sometimes you can plant a seed, aka the vial in that dude's mouth. You can plant a seed now that a year, 2, 3 years from now, that person gonna be like, damn, that nigga Stu 5 years ago said some shit, and just now it hit. Cause it hits when it hits, it just hits when it hits, and you can't control. Only God can control when it hits. So it hits when it hits. So that's why I've had to learn that. Hey, Stu, you know what? You may not see the good that you do, but just know that you always doing good. And I think a lot of people need to realize that. Graham, you see people tell you all the time the good you do with your stream.
I be looking like, man, that shit, that shit, anything. Like I
it's,
be trying to put some, you know what I'm saying, but I definitely, cause, you never, you know, humans
yes,
definitely don't really give grace on themselves. It's kind of all about putting the shine, putting the light on somebody else. The genuine humans, I say that,
yeah, the
cause
genuine.
can't speak for everybody, but I know me personally. I'd rather shine a light on 70 other people before I'll be like, yeah, me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Hey,
I
only and
don't do
I'm
that. That
this.
ain't.
I'm the same way, bro. Like because I really don't even like the limelight. I'm, bro.
I caught
You
nasty.
you cat. Thank you. Cat's a perfect example of people who tell me all the time about things that I have going for myself, and I'm just like, yeah, you just saying that because you my friend, so you obligated to say that shit. But I do have a lot of good things going for myself. But like I got like imposter syndrome a lot of the time, bro. I don't be thinking I like got the shit going for myself. Am I good enough? Like I gotta lose some weight. I gotta get a haircut. I gotta do this before I can really step out how I want to step out. When the real thing is, you just gotta step out. You know. But I'm gonna get into this next question right here. Looking into the purpose here, we're gonna go down to the third question. Looking at purpose. So like, how has your definition of success evolved from when you was, little grandma lamb out there in the corner to now Graham's growing up? How's your definition of success changed from then to now?
Which one was that? You
Uh,
said that's locking in the purpose.
yeah, the third one.
The third one. Mm. It's funny because that's actually a funny. That's an interesting one because now I low key didn't have any version of success when I was younger. I low key was just kind of, you know what I'm saying, day by day, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm-hmm.
wanted my weed. I wanted, you know what I'm saying, wanted my little weed, you know what I'm saying, as long as I got some weed or, you know what I'm saying, some type of entertainment female wise or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just some shit going on. I just kind of wanted the now versus
Mm-hmm.
even thinking about the future. Cause I literally went through my whole high school experience. Not even I didn't well, I'm talking about not a molecule came across my mind to even think about college. I kind of was just, you know what I'm saying, as long as I graduate. Because I feel like I was trying to get through it for, you know what I'm saying, my people's
Right,
versus
right.
my own actual, own display. I'm just trying to not make the other motherfuckers mad so I ain't gotta hit nobody mouth or some shit. I literally imagine graduating high school because you don't want to hear your, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's the thing for a lot of people. Growing in my household, my mama told me we didn't have an option. We had to go to college.
Yeah,
My
but
mom
yeah,
either
no,
say you
that's true.
choose a college or you choose a casket. Those are your only two options in my house. You choose a college or you choose a casket. So I was like, yeah, well, I don't really like the casket option, so we're gonna choose college. So because I'm not trying to die. But yeah, so that was that. So yeah, but what was you saying about your versus success? And like, what do you see as successful now?
Now, knowing me, I'm kind of overly kind of like I don't need millions. I far from need millions. I don't even need like you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
cuz it gets to a point where what does need really consist of? Cuz you can easily blend that shit in and that shit like it's trail mix. It all go down the same hatchet. You know what I'm saying? That shit
Mm-hmm.
not split up. It's
Mm-hmm.
all the same. So it's like but me now, I feel like just being able to take care of anything on the spot and obviously anything being on the realistic side like any bill come up motherfucking so need you know what I'm saying so they
No, I feel
can
you.
pay for the rest of school or you know what I'm saying just to be able to take care of shit and be that you know yeah I just feel like that shit you successful as fuck you able to handle like and even mentally like not just to put it on the financial side but you know what I'm saying? Because it depends on what type of success we're talking about. Is we talking about mental success or is we talking about financial success? Because financially, as long as I'm able to take care of everything that I need, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I got a consistent whatever business I got bringing in the revenue that is supposed to bring, able to, you know what I'm saying, fund my living expenses and whatnot on top of my bills being, you know what I'm saying, taken care of. I'm cool, but mentally, shit, I'm trying to be able to use my brain at 100%. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't successful. You know what I'm saying? To this time, that shit
Nah, I've been seeing these pills that be, you
yeah,
know
and
that
I ain't
movie.
taking anything that's gonna indulge in my brain activity.
Cause you know that movie came out. That movie came out. He'll pop a pill and he can use 100% of his brain and shit.
Yeah,
Bro, that
I'm
movie.
on
First of all, that
some.
movie's intriguing. 'Cause I was like, well, what if they actually create that shit? Like, what if they actually create a pill where you can use 100% of your brain? Because we only limitless. That's what it's called. Thank you, Jay.
No, bro.
Yeah, that movie, bro. Movie because just the fact that we only use 10% of our brain.
If you see what the 10% is about, that shit straight greed, bro. Anybody out here just
Straight
trying to like
greed.
anybody, and it's funny because half of the time it's realistic because like you know what I'm saying, if you don't look out for yourself, who the fuck gonna do it? If you kind of looking out for everybody else, you see how this shit end up going. But you know what I'm saying, it's always a point to like kind of how that shit weighed out, right? It's always balance is always a thing.
Yeah, cause
It's
I would
always a too
love to
much and too
see.
less.
I would love to see what fucking 20%. Like I don't even gotta see the whole 100. I just want to see what 25% of my brain. Let me use one
You
fourth of my shit.
You feel me? And it ain't no telling like what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause humans are already raw as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just they mindset be a little interesting, maybe a little peculiar, maybe even
You know what?
maybe
Yeah,
even a
so
little
for sure. So personally, I like what you said about success, but you said something interesting about success, and I think a lot of people go that route when we talk about success, especially in America, right? I think America has kind of trained us to think to equate success with some type of financial being, right? That's the first thing we
mm-hmm.
think about, right? Because I'm be honest, when I think of
Gotta be a
success,
millionaire or something.
you gotta be a millionaire, right? And so I think that's like the first threshold that most people think of when we think of success. Like, oh, off rip to be successful, I gotta have. No, I think, and I'm kind of the same boat as you. Like when I think of success, I just want to be able to just not have to struggle. Like that's my version of success. I don't gotta have a big old mansion. It would be nice. I don't gotta have a bunch of cars. That'd be cool.
You'd be good.
But
It'd be good.
I'm saying this because I don't want to see my person. Oh, you say you don't want to have that? No, I'm not saying I don't want to have it. That would be cool if I did have it.
I
But
ain't
it's
paying
it's
for that shit.
but it's like an
Fuck you
icing on
just
the cake. You feel me? It's like an icing on the cake. It's like it's just like extra cherry on there.
Man.
It's cool if I got it, but you don't gotta have it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like what? But one thing I want to have just by default, I want to be able to take care of me and my family just without having to worry about it. I want to be able to swipe a card and not have to check my cash app to see
You know what
what's
I'm
left
saying?
afterwards. You like, okay, let me check
Literally,
this, and then
like,
okay, I can
well,
pay for
even if
that.
you on a cruise, like, that bottle was actually $895.
And you like, oh,
But you
okay,
already swiped your card type shit. Oh, fuck. All right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's the
it's small
type.
shit.
Just simple shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Any mishaps you can easily take care of. It don't matter what the hell going on. That shit can easily just one swipe. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
be
It's
to be
funny because
that
that's what I've been.
success.
Yeah, and
That's
even
success
to
for me.
go back on towards like the mental side, I feel like as long as a motherfucker like I don't know, it's because it's breaking away from the ego that you was, you know what I'm saying, raised with, like, because you kind of just literally based off of your upbringing. So it's kind of like breaking the generational or whatever even mindset that you was forced to inhabit, because you adapting. It literally
Mm-hmm.
was just, you know what I'm saying? We was just talking about shit, the whole high school experience, motherfucking grade school experience, all of that shit. That shit kind of go hand in hand of, just shit kind of breaking away from the person who you used to be, you know what I'm saying? To even, unless obviously, whatever trauma, if it is trauma, because I just don't, show me somebody.
Go ahead. I'll beat the shit out of myself. That's shit.
It said it looked like it hurt, so I just had to let you get your moment. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like
That shit hurt, boy. That shit dropped my hands. It's a well made stick. Let me say that stick is very well made. You know what I'm saying?
hell
But
no.
no, 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 for sure though. Like, yeah, that's my definition of success. When I think of success, But I also love what you said about the mental side of it, right? I want to be able to just, and I think I'm starting to get towards that point to learn to love myself and others with the mindset of how Jesus views stuff, right? Like he didn't view stuff as a competition all the time. He didn't view stuff as like, when somebody came to him about some stuff, he thought about it as a whole, right? Now, obviously, it's easy to think about that when he had the whole picture. I don't got the whole picture, but I want to be able to have a calm, collected, forward-thinking mindset, kind of like that, without having the whole picture, right? So, like, for instance, let's say I got a daughter or something growing up, and she come and she say some shit like, uh, I don't know, I'm pregnant. And that seems to be a default thing nowadays. I'm pregnant, right? So, like, I want to be, as a father, I want to be able to have the mindset to say, okay, cool, let's work through this. Let's figure it out. I feel like fathers that can do that are cool as shit, or parents that can do that are just cool as shit. It's just like, because that's a huge thing, right? That's life changing. It's huge, but
That's
you still
literally how
take
my
it.
shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how that's how my situation came up. I ain't gonna say situation. That's how my beautiful children came into this world.
You
I
a
definitely
situation.
said situation. Hold on. I had to read. I had to read. Say that. It sound like I don't want to be here, but nah. I definitely shit. It kind of just what I'm saying. Just
Just
having that.
happening.
Yeah, but what I'm saying? Not an obviously, ain't nobody, it wasn't just no random occasion, but just more so that, we
Yeah.
here now, so
Yeah, and
well,
so what I think is, so that's what I think about, like, kind of like what you said about the $891 bottle. Which, by the way, I'm gonna let
mind
it
you, we on a
slide.
cruise.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I do got it and I'm gonna let it slide, I ain't gonna let it slide too much, because how my cheap ass order $100 bottle and you mistaking it for the $891 bottle, nigga. You
You feel
obviously,
me?
logo wise, the $700 is gonna be a lot. The marketing gonna be different. Ain't no way you can just mess up those two bottles. But I'm gonna let it slide, and your tip gonna go down because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you ain't cheap, nigga. No, I am cheap, cat. I am very cheap. I am a cheap ass nigga. But and I was talking about this with Grams, right? So, like, I'm a cheap nigga, but I'm cheap in certain aspects, right? Because me and my mom talking about this the other day. It's like, yo, what if we did live our life in the hood? Like, what if you never took us out of Cleveland, and you just and she was like, and we talked about it. She's like, we probably would have been upper lower class, right? We would have been upper lower class. So, like the kings of the block in lower class, right? I would have
Kings of the
had,
Block is hilarious.
no, like, cause think about it, right? Think about it, like, people in the hood, like, there are classes for each one. You got the kings of the block in upper class, like the new news. They got the fire shoes, they got the necklaces, and they showing all the shit out. But, nigga, you still in the fucking projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got niggas who show out, and so that would have been us.
I definitely get
You know
what
what
you're
I'm saying?
saying because I definitely know it was, what I'm saying. But I ain't gonna lie to you, half of the time in my case, it was niggas that motherfucking shit, they was kind of doing what they did to get that shit.
No, facts, right on fact. $25 for a controller to play because, I mean, and that is coming with value
Yeah,
systems,
they
right?
on your ass too. It ain't
They
looking
on
too
my ass.
good for it.
Those
Ain't
my
looking
people.
too.
Those my people. I love them. I
It
love them.
ain't
Those my
looking too
people.
good for you.
Because, like, they like, I didn't value the controller as much as I valued the food. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got me a $200 controller, $200
Yo.
controller that I've had for the last 2 years. Okay, I had to stop spending $25 for a controller, and I got me a $200 controller I've had for 2 years now. Yeah, but it took me a while to get to that point because, like I said, I wasn't in the first for the first class for controllers yet. I hadn't tasted. So once I tasted the first class controller, shout out to my boy Rev. He gifted me the first one, and I got to play with it. And I was like, yo, this is a nice ass controller. So when that controller broke, I was like, nah, I can't go back. I can't go back to the Buster controller. I gotta. Let me just go ahead and just. Sometimes you just gotta just press buy and not look at it. Just and that's how it's got to be. Like, so I think a lot of times as people, growing up, especially in the black neighborhoods, growing up, a lot of us don't really have a lot, right? So for my mom to make the decision to basically outcast herself and us, right, to take us away from that hood, that circumstance, and to put us in a better situation, but that means we're in a whole new world, a whole new space away from that black community she got accustomed to where, yeah, your kids grow up and we don't know what nigga shit is like. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's like. To me, nigga shit is shit I see on BET. Like, like that was nigga shit. Like that, and that's just being honest. That shit, I thought when I thought of nigga shit, I saw shit off of BET, and I remember having that conversation with people at my college. I was like, oh man, I thought this was some BET shit. No, this is just Tuesday. Like, and so yeah, but my mom took a lot of flack from that from her family members, right? But sometimes when you choose success, when you choose to stop being a YN, when you choose to become a quarter zip boy, when you choose to be a better person, you gonna catch that flack from those people who were still in that life or still are in that life. And so it's always good and bad, no matter which lifestyle you go, man, because it's different. But at the end of the day, it is different worlds, right? It is different worlds.
I feel
What
like
both nice. Think about
I feel like on the realistic aspect, both sides can look out for both sides.
it.
I feel like I mean, obviously, it's gonna. I mean, unless you're a thief, like, because there's some niggas who, you can't really put that stipulation on them to say, what I'm saying, damn near protect the same people who, damn near feel like you finna be on there with them in the first place, and then vice versa, shit, damn near the motherfucker who on the opposite side looking out, because, you end up running to a motherfucker in general, like, you gonna end up, eventually, you might not even know, but eventually.
Yeah, eventually you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going, man. You just for sure. So I want to ask you this question here because you said you talked about how sometimes you got old people who hit you up from back in your chaos days, right? Back in your chaos days. So, how do you personally, Graham, stay focused when old people or old patterns start to return and they try to get back into your life now? Like, what do you do
I
to
just start
counter
talking
that?
positive.
Okay, okay.
It's kind of so simple because like the type of shit that they be talking about, like bro, like it gets to a point where what I'm saying, like they just kind of saying a little bit of anything, and then what I'm saying kind of not to take away from what they saying, but kind of got a lot more meaning or value than what they talking about. They talking about the latest shit on or what the latest been going on or what I'm saying? Talking about how somebody had them fucked up and they didn't had a pop a nigga or some random shit. Like, I'm like, fuck that shit don't make no difference. So I then counter that with positivity and then shit. I bet shit, my cousin calling. I bet I'm gonna fuck with you, bro. He in this conversation right here. And it just kind of like, or even
Yeah.
the point to where it's like, shit, motherfuckers, see what I be talking about on, what I'm saying, social media, and then they just don't, they don't relate with it. So
No
yeah,
facts.
literally, Brie.
It
Yeah.
gets to a point where people
Lit-
just can't relate, and it's true. That is true. I mean, can we talk? Can we talk about the flip side of that for a second? Can we talk
What
about
you
the flip
mean?
side of that? So, like for instance, right? I'm gonna use my situation for example, right? My older brother, he had to step away from us as a family to take care of himself and to do certain shit. And on one of my first podcasts, he told his side of what it was like for him to take that step away, to to take the flack, to take the heat, to take the oh you abandoning us and all that other shit, to be that villain, right? Um, and what so it was different here in his side, right? So to be the person who is stepping away. And like for me, I've been a very big advocate, a very big advocate. Shit. on talking about I want to see my
That's a hell
people.
of a tongue twister.
Boy,
That's like
what? I was whooping my own ass. Like
I
I've been a very big advocate on want to see my black people just do better. Like, what was it? The episode with me, Jay, and everybody was talking about doing hood shit, and I was like, I ain't never really done hood shit. Like, I'm not
ain't never
like
did that
it's like
before.
it's just like I don't see the point of the hood shit. It's just like and for some people, because I never really saw it. Just,
What was your definition of fun? Like if somebody explaining like what they would, you know what I'm saying, damn near do that you would consider, maybe a little too ghetto for your liking, what would you then oppose? Like say if y'all was outside and then they like, all right, let's go. Let's go to the old mall that used to be, you know what I'm saying? Like what would you counter that with? Or we can go, like what would you then say to oppose?
I mean, I've kind of always been a geeky ass person, I guess. Like, if somebody said, "Oh, let's go the abandoned mall down the street. Let's go see if there's some shit to take out of there or some shit," and just some crazy shit like that, I'll be like,
Type shit.
I'll be the one to be like, or I got the brand new COD at the crib. Let's
Get
go get
out!
I got the brand new Call of Duty at the crib. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? Or the brand new 2K or NCAA was still the thing back then. I got brand new NCAA at the crib. Let's go play that. You know what I'm saying? My mom makes some fried chicken tonight. You know she gonna invite everybody to eat. So that was me. Like I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to do shit like that. Like it was just like let's just all go back to the crib and just chill. Like I'm a big advocate on just chilling. Like I don't like drama. I just don't like drama. And anything that can possibly bring drama, I'm gonna try to stay away from. Like okay, for instance, I had some niggas didn't go outside. Got it? No, Jay. I went outside. Oh, 100%. I went outside, but we're playing a sport. Oh, you want to go to the basketball court? Got it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? We want to go football field? Let's go. We'll play football. But the second is some shit pop off, I'm all, I'm out. And or even if I feel like some shit gonna pop off, I'm out. Bro, when I tell you I was there's been a lot of time I'll be hooping with my homies, playing basketball or whatever, and I just sense some shit that people would just like walk up to the court and I ain't like the way they walked up. Or I ain't like his duffel bag. Yeah, it might have been some crazy shit. You can call it, you call it whatever you want to call it. But if Stu said some shit, me and my little brother, all right, bro, it's my LGs. I'm gonna head back to the house. I'm out. I'm out. I'm just out. Like I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not drunk. That was me. I was out. If I send some shit, you can call it God ordained, whatever you want to call it. But if Stu sends some shit, and like listen, I cannot even like that
Once your
nigga's outfit.
anxiety, once your heart rate
What
starts spiking, it was
I'm
time to go,
like,
huh?
I'm
That
out.
boy said, hold on now.
It was cool. I had fun, but I'm going back to the safety of my crib. So like, yeah, no, that has actually kept me alive a lot in my life. It has. I've got shootouts in college from that anxiety. Uh, just a lot of shit. Just a lot of shit. Just it's man. So sports was mainly what we played. I play sports. I play sports, and for the most part, it was organized sports. And I'm not saying I didn't play street sports, but like I didn't play a lot of that either. Like,
No, I was out there playing rugby.
like, the only time I played like street basketball is when my older brother was there because I had somebody to fight. Because Sam was the fighter. Sam was the fighter. He had square up with any goddamn body. He ain't give a fuck. Me, I ain't really.
It's funny because you
I
think of
ain't
the
really fight.
suburbs, you think of some damn flag basketball or some shit like no
Yeah, so
contact
we have flag
basketball. Like,
football. We have
no
flag football,
flag
but like,
flag basketball is what I meant to say.
flag basketball. How the fuck you got flag basketball? What is flag
No
basketball?
contact, nigga. You take your
You just, hey, no, something I will say about the suburbs and growing up in like suburbia and shit like that, and just uh, they take sports like seriously, but not as serious as like the hood and shit like that. Like people in the hood take sports like that's their lifeline because for some people for some areas
That's how
it
they
is
gonna get
that.
out.
That's how they're gonna get
Bro,
out, right?
that's
So for in the suburbs, that ain't niggas about to be doctors and lawyers and shit. They don't care about this damn football team. Like, so that was always different for me growing up because, you know, for me it was, my family, we thought of football like, okay, this is how you gonna get out. You gonna do that. It wasn't. Yeah, we push education, but it pushed it as hard as sports, right? So it was always, I was always a person on the team that took football too serious. Is how is how it was thrown at me. Man, why are you taking football? It's just football. It's just football. And I used to get pissed at that. Like, nigga, what? This my life, nigga. This my life. It's like, this ain't no just football. This is my life. And so, like, yeah, but it took me a while to learn, like, yeah, it's just football. Like, it's just football. And I think a lot of YNs are like that nowadays. Like, they, like you said, you grow up just thinking like certain things is just your life. Like, it's just how it is. Until you grow up, you realize, man, that's just, that's just that. That's just
Heavy
that.
on what Kat said. It is about your, you know what I'm saying, your passion. It's about how you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that, you know, shit, your passion is your passion, literally.
Yeah, I'm a very passionate person. I'm a very passionate person, and that's something I realized about myself. But like, the only thing about me is the only thing about my type of passion is I'm not passionate about everything. So if I'm not passionate about it, I just won't do it at all. And that's my downfall. I need to learn to start doing shit, even if it ain't like if I ain't at 100%. I still need to do at least 25%. Because there's certain things you do still need to do if you're not passionate about it, right? My biggest thing was either you get 1,000% Stu or you get zero. There was no in between for me. There was either I'm going too hard or I'm just not going. Like that was me. Like, so I
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do both.
As a Sag, I was dibbling, dabbling and everything, but I down there got the whole goddamn. Just think of a goddamn of 7 different Lego sets just waiting to be built. One of them halfway built. One of them motherfucking got started. One of them I only opened the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That just like it just, you know what I'm saying. It's all there, but it's got to be put together. You know what I'm saying? That shit makes sense, type shit.
Yeah, me
That's
personally,
just.
I could not do no shit like that. That will freak me the fuck out. Like no, like that. I was talking to my
Bro,
mom about
Legos.
it. I was talking to my mom about her computer the other day. Like she had her laptop and she asked me to help her out with some shit for on her laptop. And I told my mom, I was like, yo,
Come on,
why
cat.
do you have hey, it's some big ass Legos. I told my mom, like, why you got a million tabs open? I'm talking the tabs like this big on her computer. You know how the tabs that they shrink as you got more of them? Like the tabs like this big. I'm like, Mom, what you got? She said, well, I need the. I'm like, Mom, your computer can't even process the 30th tab over there. So when you click one, it got to reload and then you're going to lose it anyway. So you just like, I'm just, I can't have a million tabs. Right now, I got 2 tabs. And I'm about to close one of them because I'm sitting there thinking, why do I have that stream open? But I forgot I had a stream because I'm trying to show support. But like for me personally, like I'm only gonna have open what I fucking need, right? I don't, it's
For
so.
sure. I
I,
for sure get that. Girl. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta focus on. But it's funny because that's the same way I am once I'm actually in what I'm doing. Like,
mm,
say if I'm trying to help somebody, I'll, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter who calling me. Let me finish what I'm doing because if I get sidetracked and I feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Then,
no
I be
thanks.
needing to lock in with what I am locking in with because I know once I look away, that motherfucker gonna be 75% for another however long type shit. Now I'm on to the next Lego motherfucker set.
Yeah,
Fuck I'm
I'm
trying to
trying to
do.
get. So I'm trying to get my passion back a little bit when it comes to completing stuff, right? Because I remember growing up, I used to complete everything. I didn't that passion I got. I used to I never started something and then didn't complete it. I always completed it. But lately, I've started to notice I just don't complete stuff. I don't finish stuff to completion like I used to do, and that all
Plus Ultra,
started.
man.
I gotta go plus ultra. Hey,
Plus
hey, I'm gonna say it again.
plus
That last episode, bro. I was like, I finished that last episode, and I was like, hey,
Don't you
I
be
need it.
spoiling it for nobody. Don't
No,
you
no, no.
do it.
I ain't gonna spoil it.
Don't
I
you
told
do
you. I ain't gonna. I finished
it.
that episode. I was like, I need to go beyond in life. Like,
It's
I watched
funny
that shit.
because,
Was like, I need to go beyond. I need to be plus ultra in life.
bro, it kind of they down there teaching humans how to be, you know what I'm saying, have a
Man,
little heart. That's what I feel like that
that's
last
it.
episode was about. Have a little heart, man.
It was.
We could change. We can all change this shit today. You feel me? Like they say it take a long time. We can all change this shit in a day. Motherfucker just gotta
Facts.
spend that. Motherfucker just, you know what I'm saying, double it, give it to the next type shit.
Last
Nah,
episode was really good
just
and a good wrap up. It was so
literally.
good,
I don't
so
want to say
good, so
nothing,
good.
but man,
Yeah,
look.
for anybody who hasn't watched the last episode of My Hero Academia, I think we should have another podcast when we in about a month or two when the new series come out. Well, when the series come start. Anyway, yeah, we gonna talk about it. Give it about a month, let it marinate because I do want to talk about. I want to have a podcast on how anime is really crucial to life,
Gotcha
right?
coochie. Oh yeah, that's my shit.
Like, cause I do want to talk about that because ever since coming into the anime world, I'm like, yo, anime is just fucking lit. Shout out my nigga Malik for putting me on anime, bro. Because I was
Bro.
a jock. I was a jock. I was watching sports. I was watching some type of porn, or I was watching some type of like wilderness shit. Cause like I love my cow videos. Those were the only thing I was watching up until what, Gramps? I was
You
that type of nigga.
be
But before I got into anime, I was either watching sports, like some football, basketball, whatever, or I was watching some coochie, or I was watching some animals. Those are the only three things I was watching, right? And then I got into anime, and I was like, anime lit, bro. The storytelling. Oh, Marvel. Forgot about Marvel. I was a big Marvel person too. But then I got into anime, bro, and I was like, the stories in anime are just bro. And I tweeted this yesterday. American writing ain't shit compared to Japanese writing. I'm sorry. The stories in anime is just.
Cause he trying to keep going like he ain't just said what he said and even stamped on it, and then he just kept going with what he said. My
I
brain
mean,
still
what you
fucked
want
up.
me to?
Like,
I
God
watch porn, nigga.
damn,
What?
no. So, like, we can't just, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been saying that, like, lately. And I seen somebody say it, like, and I feel like everybody needs to hear this,
So
right?
you hate niggas in America's got it?
No,
No, it's
we,
not
nigga,
it
we
yet.
need to. Oh, I thought I was gonna say. We need to know a lot less about each other. That is something that I did not have to then put into perspective, but now you've then redeemed that unlocked character that I did not, motherfucker. I ain't even know they had that shit in the game. God damn it. I just was just with the, like, so
That's all over my voice. But hey, I'm just saying, look, because look, I'm not at a point now. Just like, and maybe it's just part of this arc that I'm on, right? Growing up, cause I'll tell you how, like, growing up, I felt censored in a lot of different ways. Like being a black person growing up, you couldn't say different stuff, you couldn't do different stuff, you couldn't walk. I had to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, and I'm at my point now to where I'm like, yo, I'm just I am who I am. I'm a very, I
I
have a
get
big
that.
heart, and so it's just like, fuck it. Why am I gonna hide that I be horny sometimes? Do we not
Why
all be horny
why
sometimes?
not? But hear me out though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why lie about it? We all got our
Right.
ish.
Why not say fuck it? But you know what I'm saying? You could just easily reel it back in once you say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can say fuck it, it's a thing. But then you can reel it, you know what I'm saying? You can, like,
You really back in with you.
you know what I'm saying? You can reel it back in, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to,
Well,
you
and
know what I'm
Grant, in
saying?
real life, when you say some shit, can you put that shit back in your mouth?
No, you can't. And that's why I say fuck it. Because
Fuck it.
yes, I did. But you can even reiterate it in a way that, you know what I'm saying, it kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta just, because you can say fuck it, but you don't have to, like, fuck it. You know what I'm
He
saying?
read the
Like
room. He
it's
said the
just
room needs to know. The room needs to know, G. The room needs to know. Because look, at the end, and here's another part. Because we talking about how people view people today, right? We talking about how YNs are now becoming macho boys or whatever. About that growth, right? We can't judge people off of one aspect of that person. I try my best. I'm not saying I don't, but I try my best to not judge a person until I know at least 80% of that person. That means the good side. That means the bad side, the sad side, the angry side. I need to know every aspect of that person. And so I think that needs to be the same way with me. People need to know, oh, Stewart is a funny nigga. Stewart also cries a lot. He a sensitive dude too. Stewart loves sports. Stewart
right.
also a
Boom.
horny nigga
Boom.
too.
Right. And then boom, boom. See? Look, you look. You could have just
You know?
you could have but you kept going. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like you
yeah,
can't just
I feel that. I feel that
and it's
because
okay to
I
know
don't.
about people. It's okay to know. But it's a certain amount of information. You know what I'm saying? You know how
Yeah,
you can
true,
go
true,
look
true.
up anybody's, like, you can look up where they live and everything on the internet, just paying a little price. You know what I'm saying? You pay that price. You can look up anybody information.
That's kind of
But
crazy. You can do that shit though.
but
That's crazy.
yeah, right. But but I would not know what that nigga do in his spare time. I don't. That's something that they just you can't pay for that. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, you probably could if you paid the extra premium on top of what you paid.
if you can pay extra premium on top of that, I'm deleting all social media. I'm finna find out how to wipe everything because I don't need none of that.
No, Grams, look, there are some hackers out here that can find out everything and everything. Think about it this way. Okay, I was talking to somebody the other day. YouTube, when I first started doing deep dive and trying to grow on YouTube, and I'm still trying to do that, I found out YouTube knows you better than you know you. Do you know YouTube knows what ad to put in your face depending on what type of video you're watching at that certain time? And did you know that? No, Dad.
No,
YouTube
I'm not
knows
even.
what
I'm
type of
laughing at
ad.
cat comment. No, you can definitely turn that shit off. She's silly as shit.
They on my ass, bro. Cause look, like I'm a tester, bro. I'm gonna test some shit out. Like I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying? But no, look, like
Said I just had to see. You
it just
know.
had to see. You had to see because you never. I'm not gonna make a judgment on shit I don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what it's about. And if it ain't it, then all right, it ain't it. It's cool, well. But no, like yeah, the YouTube, bro. When I found out YouTube literally, like you can have it set
Go.
up to where as a creator you can set an ad at a certain time based off of your audience because YouTube tells you what time your audience goes on YouTube. Like they'll say, "Oh, Stuart, your audience usually gets on the app at around this time of day, so your YouTube video should be posted around this time of day because that's the time your audience wakes up and get on the app." That's crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell.
Still, you funny as hell, bro.
You need some free
I'll
shit, gang.
probably.
I got the
It's
free
funny
shit, man.
because.
I got the free shit, man. Like, wait,
See,
look,
that's what I'm saying. You
this
see
is
what
what I'm talking about.
That's
No,
what,
this is
you,
what I'm
no,
talking about. No.
Don't you try to cut me off. Don't you try to cut me off because you're just finna do it again and you already did it. This is shit that I'm talking about. You don't
No.
have to. You just not. You just one curl like per day. You
Just
can
one
practice your
curl per
curls,
day.
and then you damn near doing 72 an hour. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, goddamn
Hey,
it.
I'm trying to get my arms built, man. Trying to get my
Yeah, that's
no,
what I'm
look.
saying. Like, you don't have to dive all the way in. The less we know, sometimes I feel like, especially on when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, your preference.
No, facts.
I love you
And,
too, son. Okay,
like, it's like, because like, here's my thing, right? This is why I bring this up about when it comes
Go
to
ahead.
this topic in particular, right? So, well, we made the joke, we had the ha about that. Stu like to do that certain thing, right? But now I didn't moved on and started talking about cows, and I started talking about other stuff, and now you want to stay on that topic, ma.
Yeah, I see everybody see my head, but can you please?
Hey, Ma.
Michael, he didn't hear you. But, see, she came in to say I was being too loud. She came in to say I was being too loud, y'all. And I'm trying to prove a point, and the point don't matter if I'm being too loud. I'm just
Nah, the point do matter, but the point is now that you see, now look, now we can even make a reference off of what has already happened. Boom. Think about what you was just saying out loud, and now I'm at now Mama Dukes know. And what if she ain't just say nothing? She just don't even, she don't say nothing. But now she know that you premium, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to know less about each other. And this shit could be prevented all by one curl a day. I swear to God.
one girl a
One
day.
curl a day, nigga. I promise
Hey,
you. But she
hey.
probably finna, oh my God, what the hell is, I'm
Look,
finna
all
call,
I'm saying is we got off on a tangent
I'm finna call
because
his
of
damn
this.
uncle.
What off his damn uncle? My mom don't fuck with none of them. My mom don't fuck with niggas with penises, man.
Bro. But,
She
you know what
don't.
I'm saying? Like,
But no, I feel that. I feel that 100
are you
percent
my
though.
dog? I promise you. You know,
Let's
if it
focus
was.
on the good aspect of people, okay? Let's focus on the good side of
Well,
people,
stop saying the horny side, nigga.
right? No, it's not stop saying it. No, because why do I gotta censor myself? You should love
Why do you
all
have?
of stew, and not just that one side of stew. I'm a big believer in if you decide to be with a person, you had a person in your life, you take all of them. You don't take 85% and that part can just stay over there real quick. No, I'm sorry, that's not how I operate. If I'm fucking with grams, I'm fucking with all the grams. Now,
But you
if
wouldn't know you wouldn't know
I
any
would.
premium. Okay,
That's
you wouldn't
true.
even.
That's how
You know
you.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. But if you did come out and you said some crazy shit, I'm gonna look at you like that's crazy.
Pull me
But
up
but
on
you but
charges.
you
Fuck that. Hell
but
nah.
you.
You hear me say some shit where you down there like message me, nigga. I'm gonna reevaluate myself because I don't need to be out here like that. And I feel like that's the that's you know what I'm saying. That's the to kind of be like you
Stu, that's
know
manipulative. How's that manipulative?
because you
How
forcing everybody to know things that they probably may or may not have. They didn't even have the option. You ain't asked like, y'all want to hear about my? You ain't like no. You just
No,
like
all I said was, yeah, I do this, I do that, I do this, and I do that. Y'all are choosing to harp on the one thing that I said amongst the group of things that I said. I said a whole group, a whole plethora of different things, and you're choosing
well,
to harp on that one thing.
the plethora could be plethorified by saying one specific thing. Yes, I believe so. Like
The whole love, the whole part of me is what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, that's a different topic for a different day, Cat, because I do want to talk about that. No, because it's like me personally, that's just me. Like I'm not gonna, and maybe that's my fault. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I do need to learn how to draw that goddamn line and say, you know what, I ain't gonna love you past this point, or I'm not gonna rock with you past this point. Which I can feel a lot of people that way. I'm just not that way. That's just not
I
me
don't feel
personally.
like
As Stu.
I felt that 100%, 100%. Because I definitely feel like, you know what I'm saying, you kind of give, your all, but also at the same time, it is an amount, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
that
definitely.
somebody can also, you know what I'm saying, like,
Like that's just
because,
me. Like once I choose, I don't choose. At least I've stopped. Right, I've stopped choosing certain people to give my heart to. But once I give you that motherfucker, I'm not gonna take it away unless you seriously don't deserve it. And I think we all know that I do that based off of my last relationship. That she definitely did not deserve that motherfucker for a long ass time, and I kept giving it to her. So yes, I just
bro.
and so yeah, I don't know. Once I give that shit to you, I don't believe in taking that shit. I don't believe in backseats. I feel like we live in a backseats ass world nowadays. Niggas just take shit back because it's blue instead of light blue outside today. Like
No,
you know,
bro.
everybody doing backseats nowadays. I'm just like no. Well, what vibes always say? No, stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No,
That's me.
bro. But I ain't gonna lie
I
to
don't know.
you. Don't let a situation play off of how you go about other things too.
No, true,
Cause
true, true, true,
I
true.
definitely, you know what I'm saying, because I hope whoever it is ain't in the chat, because I definitely was finna be like, well, fuck, you know what I'm saying? But,
Oh no, she is banned like shit. She is banned like shit.
but,
I
you
wasn't the one that
know,
banned her. Sean banned her, then unbanned her, then banned her again. I saw that shit. That was funny as fuck.
okay, all
Like
right,
it's
yeah.
like the double
All
ban
right,
was
cool,
crazy.
but yeah, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hit or you miss, and you know what I'm saying? Obviously, she missed. So with that being said, don't let, because if she banned, let her be banned. You know what I'm saying? And here too. You know what I'm saying? Don't just let it be on. You know what I'm saying? Twitch, because if she's still, you know what I'm saying, up there, and she got you going the way, like, go
Definitely.
back to how you was before, you know what I'm saying? Because you still had a lot of love to give. You could still give that, and it not be based off of, you know what I'm saying? Not to even turn this into a whole therapy session, because nigga, I'm motherfucking, my shit's cooked, nigga. So
Hey,
I ain't finna act like, you know what I'm saying, like this, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta ban her up top, because you know what I'm saying? She got you thinking that, people got you fucked up too, and you know what I'm saying? We don't. You know what I'm saying?
cats at
My
100 years, and she was buying this shit for a long time. Let me tell you. Uh,
Okay.
but no, I think
Mm.
that's a perfect segue into the next point here. I'm skipping down to what's the shit? Advice and takeaways. So like, what advice would you give someone who's still stuck in a chaos era, or they what the young nigga era, or just whatever? What advice would you give people who are, whether they in the street or whether they just like chaotic shit instead of growing up a little? What advice would you tell people like that?
It's funny because I kind of feel like with any human, especially nowadays, I just feel like, being open minded, but also having logic, behind it. Like,
No facts. You gotta have logic, and you gotta be open minded about shit. I definitely agree with that.
yeah, it's like, because, being closed minded kind of have you, you know what I'm saying, blocking blessings and et cetera, et cetera. And then also not being logic about it, because you can be open minded, and then, you know what I'm saying, you kind of ain't got no logic with it. So you kind of just, falling for anything, going for anything a little bit towards the gullible side. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
just shit, being open minded, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always going to be somebody trying to guide you another way, but it's up to you if you want to hear it. And then also, you know what I'm saying, it's always going to be somebody guiding you away, but they could also be guiding you the wrong way, or they was guiding you the right way, and then they going straight with it, but they didn't hit a right turn, and now y'all not even on the same, you know what I'm saying, the same shit. It's
Facts,
always
facts,
good
facts.
to, man, nigga, give somebody some words. That advice could help somebody out, regardless
No,
if they, because that
we
can
were
help
just
you
talking
out.
about
You could
that.
be telling somebody something that you need to hear at the same time, and then that shit come to, you know what I'm saying? You just never know.
Yeah, we was just talking about that earlier on the pod, man. First of all, shout out to Goddess Isis for you in the chat. Hey, we got Goddess Isis in the chat. But yeah, we was just talking about that earlier in the podcast, like about giving, always give that advice, that just be a helping hand, whether they take the hand or they don't, because you never know what that seed you planted is gonna do. Because, and I was telling Grant about this earlier in the pod, like I plant seeds sometimes, and I want that shit to come to fruition. I think a lot of people like this stuff. They want that shit to come to fruition right then. Like, nigga, I told you stop fucking with that nigga, and you ain't do it right then. But maybe they didn't need to hear it right then. That maybe that's a seed that you planted that's gonna sprout in like a year or two, 3 years or
It's a
whatever.
way to go about it too, because
So
if,
yeah.
you know, than to having a way to, you know what I'm saying, to talk to somebody, because sometimes we done they done heard that shit 5 times, and you the
Mm-hmm.
sixth motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, to come around, you know what I'm saying, be like, and then now it's like, they ain't receiving it the way that you want them to. So it's kind of like, I feel
You
like
be giving me advice every day. What you mean? Obviously, cat. He just said he don't like giving you that shit.
he
No,
just
he
said.
just said he don't like keep telling your ass, cat. No, play me sorry. Stir that pot, stir that pot. No, but no, for real, like, yeah, like, cat, listen to my advice. No, like
Okay.
for sure that we all need to sometimes just realize, like you said earlier, Graham, just have an open mind whether you're giving the advice or receiving it, you know. And I think that that was great what you said to help people get out of that chaotic mindset when it comes to certain stuff. And we always need to get back to community, man. We all need to love each other, despite our flaws, because at the end of the day, a flaw is just a side effect of certain of whatever of something, right? You know, that nigga Deku said, "I'm gonna punch your ass until you love again." Like you not a villain, nigga. You just a sad person, and but you put on that show because that's all you know. So I'm gonna keep punching your ass until you know something different. Like, you know, he loved him so much he beat his ass until he became good. You know, and that's kind of crazy if you think about it that way, but that's what he did.
Yeah,
But
heavy on it sometimes,
you
bro.
know, some people love chaos. They do. Some people do love chaos, right? Um, and I think that as a community, right? If as a community we find those people who love chaos and stop saying they love chaos and just push them away. And as a community, and I say as a community because it's going to take a community because not one person can do this alone. We come together and get around that person to say, why do you love chaos? Because I'm a big believer. People just don't wake up and just love chaos. There's not many. There might be some, but there's not many people who just wake up and love that shit. Something drew them to that, and then they start to love it. So we need to, as a community, come together, and this goes with the mental health side of things. Just be like, why do you like that? Not on judgmental shit, not on no, but just like, no, okay, that's your story. Okay, cool. So how can I help you get over that story? The same way people come to me and then say, you know, Stuart, we hear how you talk about women. We ain't hating what you're saying. We know that they may not be the best, but okay, we see why you feel that way now. Let's help you get past that. We need to do the same way with other people and help them move past their traumas of their life. Because a lot of times people do stuff and it's just a side effect of their life. You know,
Yeah,
you
a
know.
lot of people do. I feel like I agree with Goddess. I feel like a lot of people just straightforward need therapy. Shit, nigga, I'm people. Motherfucker just, need to go back on shit what they went through. Cause a lot of people kind of just shit. Once again, I'm fall victim. Shit, just kind of just pushing through life, you know what I'm saying? Like bills still do, motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Shit still do, still shit still got to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie
Mm-hmm.
still finna call you about the bread that she lent you know what I'm saying? So and so shit still like literally is all consistent. So that's where the kind of therapy that comes in that where you will be able to actually work on that shadow work and shit. Yeah, that's what a
And I
lot of
feel that.
motherfuckers need. A lot of motherfuckers need healing because and shit, they be making excuses. Like, then they got a lot of anger in their heart. So where it's like, shit, same way you saying, like some people wake up with chaos. A lot of people wake up angry. Like, shit, why the fuck you wake me up? Why the fuck am I up? Like, why the fuck, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know what's
Type
crazy?
shit.
I've
Like,
never, for the longest time, I never understood what it was like to wake up angry until I did for the first time. I woke up angry for the first time, and I was in my ex's. I was living with her a couple months ago, and I just woke up mad every day. Just woke up angry. Ain't nobody do shit to me. Ain't nobody say nothing to me. I had a good night the last night, so it's not like it carried over. I just woke up pissed the fuck off. Like, and then I had to realize, okay, sometimes it's just your situation that you may be in that may make you like that, right? Like sometimes it's just where your environment or whatever case may be that just when you just wake up pissed off. It don't got nothing to do with the person. It don't got nothing to do with Grams or Cat or Goddess or Tragic or my mom, dad, nobody. It's just this situation is just I'm angry, and so that's why I think sometimes digging a little deeper we can help people get past that, right? And so I think when it comes to the quarter zip movement, I'm so glad that they were able to help teach these young men, these young boys, different ways to present themselves so they're happier, right? The quarter zip movement made it to where these boys are teaching, these young men that hey, there's another way to be besides just chaotic. There's another way to be than to just be that nigga in your hood or whatever. There's other ways to really make an impact to get the notoriety that you want without having to be chaotic about it, right? There's other ways to do that, and I love that. I love that. I love that for sure. So that was my whole point of this podcast to talk about like what are some things that I want to get some more people on here that what are some things that you did back in the day that that you don't do now like
bro. It's funny because I'm a damn I got this last one of the fun. I was out of the fun and closing one. Which one you wanna
I'm
get
gonna
up
let you
out
choose. I'm
of?
gonna let you choose 'cause I like all
It's
three.
funny because I was looking at that first one. That first one kind of that
Oh
the
yeah, what
memory.
yeah, the memory.
Yeah, what can you? I feel like it might be some fucked up shit though. That's like I like that's the funny thing. Like I definitely a changed man, but I had my times where I was on bullshit. I had a lot of times where I was on some other type of time, but I feel like I don't really know if it's laughable per se, but it was a point of time in Chicago where
Damn, it's dark.
I feel like they was low key they was jaying down on some some stores. I don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
go into topic on it as far as specifically, but I just feel like
You were
you
thrifting. You
know
were thrifting.
I wouldn't say thrifting. I would
Yeah.
just, like it just, I was following a crowd and, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of just looking for, you know what I'm saying? Something to get into and shit. Kind of thieving was a thing,
Okay.
like thieving was a, like, and that's funny because I laugh about it now because nigga, if I go in Walmart and I walk right back out with nothing, nigga, I'm walking out with my hands up on bro. Yeah, I don't have anything, nigga. I promise you, it's not.
He said,
I am not the
"Hey, hey."
suspect, on bro. I'm
Oh,
walking out with my
bro.
pockets hanging outside, and it's just funny how, like, I go from kind of just needing or wanting to do something to, kind of give myself some type of, you know, I don't know. And of course it wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? Like, smack me upside the head in the next lifetime. I don't give a damn. But, I've learned from that and I've grown from that. Also atoned, you know what I'm saying, to
Atonement.
the yeah, literally. And it just shit. It's just funny how nowadays, like, I don't want anybody to think anything. I literally in any situation where it could look like I would be stealing, I make sure that it altogether doesn't look like I'm stealing. So yeah.
And I
What
think
about you, man?
for me, let me go back and read the question again. And so, what chaos era memory can you laugh about now? For me, I'm gonna leave this up so can I really can't see chat. Hold on, let me see if I can do this.
Literally.
I'm
And they
keeping this up
still
so I can
talking.
have a light. 'Cause I need that light. I'm dark and I'm dark skinned, can't see shit. So I'm doing this. I can see the light from the
And they
screen.
still.
Oh, you tell me because you a nigga. Yeah, can't let say that. Because you a nigga, they're never gonna change.
Yeah,
Like,
they be acting that way. It don't be
no,
seeming.
it definitely that's a fact. That's a fact. For me, like I said, I wasn't a big person on causing chaos. Like, I think I was more afraid of my mama to do shit like that. Like, so I didn't
I
really
felt
cause that
that.
much chaos. But I think that the chaos I did cause, that I'm gonna be honest, I really haven't gotten past, is the chaos that I caused for myself. I'm a big person. I internalize a lot. I internalize. It's the reason why I am what I am, body shape wise, right? I internalize a lot of trauma. I internalize a lot of uh just a lot of things. That's something I've been working on myself personally. So my chaos that most people just got out, they just did crazy shit and they got out. I really haven't. I really didn't get out of it. I'm still working on my own shit, and so that's something I need to work on. So the chaos era memory for me would be um kind of a deep story, but the story of learning why my sister didn't fuck with my dad, right? And so I laugh about it now because my reaction to it was kind of crazy. Like I ain't had to, like I was lucky to talk to my sister for a couple weeks. I called her a meanie pants. I was going crazy, right? And so I would say a lot of things that I did that was laughable now is just my reaction to certain people about certain things was just I was a big person to jump to conclusions back then instead of learning the whole picture about somebody. So that's something I'm glad I grew out of. Right now, I'm really patient to learn the whole story. Right, it's not saying I'm not gonna judge you. I'm still gonna fucking judge you, but let me learn the whole story first. Let me learn because like one thing I love Vizzy. If anybody's played the game Dispatch, I love Vizzy, and the reason why I love Vizzy the character is because yeah, she did some crazy fucked up stuff to the main character Robert. But then when you look at the reasons why she did her stuff, you like, you know what? I'll probably do the same shit if I was in your place. I'll probably do the same thing. So I can't really blame you because I can see it. Grams, what you ain't you
I just wanna like. It's funny because I've been like this my whole life. Like I always kind of been on the super like positive side. I do. I always understand. Like, or I ain't gonna say like I understand. Like I can put myself in that mental space, but I do say that I understand. I get. You know what I'm saying? Where that altitude, the amounts of pain. You know what I'm saying, to make somebody do whatever they did, especially if you know what I'm saying you want to say that it made sense. But it's always that like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of that, you know what I'm saying, you
yeah,
just
yeah,
got
yeah.
one a day. Look, man, look,
That's a
that shit finna be
that's a
a way
clip.
of
One a
life.
day.
One a
One a
day,
day.
you know what I'm saying? Like you can really just, because it's okay to feel. It is funny because I tell my kids the same thing all the time. It's okay to feel how you feel, but it's not okay when you put actions behind it. Like
Mm-hmm.
once, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, like you feel like somebody got you fucked up, cool, you know what I'm saying? But once you start actually moving, you know what I'm saying, like somebody got you fucked up, is kind of when you know what I'm saying, kind of straying away from who you are really,
As a
because
person,
that's
for
not
sure,
you.
for
That's
sure.
that's how you feel. That's not
Mm-hmm.
you. That's how you feel. And
And that's real.
hell yeah,
That's real.
bro.
That and I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
that goes back to the whole thing I was saying before. Like we need to figure out who the person is, the core person. Who are you at your core? Not how you're acting. Who are you at your core, right? And then once I know who your core is, I will then judge you based off of that, right? Because your core don't change. And so that's why I said somebody like Vizzy. That's just the first person I think of. Like her core was pure. She had a good pure core. And but then we look at her lifestyle. You know, like yeah, she did some crazy shit. She almost killed a person, and she did. And I'm not. She definitely deserves to have bad things happen because of that. But at the same time, it's hard, right? It's one of those things. It's like, have you ever seen the humanitarian tests where they ask you to do certain shit, but then like both sides are really fucked up. But as a human, you gotta choose which someone is the better side. You ever seen them type of tests?
No, but I was kind of fucked up off of what you was saying.
Deserve to have okay, not deserve, cat. You know what I'm saying? Not deserve, but like maybe not
You
deserve,
got
but
a
you
way
know what I'm
with
saying.
words, but I tell
But
you.
let me say it's just more like cause and effect, right? It's just I'm a believer in cause and effect. If you do a certain thing, this is going to happen. It's just inevitable. You can try to
Do you
avoid
feel
it, but
like
it's
it's
going to happen.
deserve? Because then that's where
Eh,
it kind of gets to the
yeah,
breakaway.
yeah
It's a, feeling like somebody deserved that versus feeling like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying,
I
oh
don't
damn,
know.
yeah, that nigga bogus, but that, no, that, that nigga don't deserve to die now. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't say all that now, you know what I'm
Right,
saying,
I don't
or
know.
whatever.
I don't know because I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. I feel like there are certain instances where I feel like yeah, you deserve that shit. But then I feel like there are certain instances where like no, they don't deserve that, right? Because I do feel like there is a just punishment for every crime. And just like there's a just reward for every success. And then now there can be some caveats for that. Like you can have a crime done, and then boom, Jesus came and saved you from not having to do that punishment. You know, like so. I think there's a caveats for that, but I don't know. That maybe it's just I'm an analytical thinker. That yeah, 1 + 1 = 2. Like you do this, you gonna get that. Nigga, Stu,
I get it.
you ate a whole fucking box of McDonald's food. Now you fat as fuck. It just makes sense, right? 1 + 1 = 2.
You say
And
he a sense
so,
maker. Fuck is you talking
like, and to
about?
me, I don't know. That's the type of person I am. Things just have to make sense, right? And I think a lot of times people try to do stuff and they try to change a story and narrative to try to fit what they want to do instead of just saying no, that'll make sense. Now it'd be different if I said yeah, Stu ate a whole box of McDonald's, but he did this and that, and that's why he's not this. Okay, that's different because there's a caveat there. But I'm saying like Vizzy did a lot of fucked up shit. She did a lot of bad stuff. Caveat: she went to the Phoenix program and met Robert and changed her life around. Whereas without that caveat, yeah, she deserved what was coming to her. And I mean, that's just, I mean, that I don't know. So I think it's kind of like that's kind of a harsh way of thinking, but I don't know. You know, good does what good does, bad does what bad does, and you have the choice to make that change whenever you see fit. Whenever you decide, that's the one thing God gave us was the power of choice. And so you can choose to change your life around. Sometimes that choice is hard, but it's a choice. You know. So I want to commend all the YNs out there that chose to become courtesan boys because they made that choice to better their life. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Who
Bro,
says what's the right way anyway? That's a good question.
heavy, heavy on that one because, shit, I feel like, you know, I do feel like, there's a very easy, but I feel like it's definitely straightforward. We all know what's wrong. We all know what makes our heart race because we even thinking
Mm.
about it. We know like all of this should be straightforward science, and it's all about what you choose to think about, or what you choose to fuck that. I'm going this way with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying. But half of the time, like, as a human, your body tell you. You know what I'm saying? And if not, then you probably not to say it like that, but you probably can get diagnosed with something.
You
Because
probably not know. No, no,
I'm
no.
just saying,
But
like,
I'm
straightforward.
glad Kat said that because I brought me up to. I'm gonna bring up this last point. Then we gonna get ready to close here
Bro,
because
got the
yeah,
foo
like
up.
like like I
Look
said,
at
growing up the way I grew up, morals was real heavy in my family, right? About certain things. Like you don't do this, you don't say that, you don't do this, you hurt somebody's feelings, so like that. Whereas it's not as strong as in other people's lives as I have recently grown to learn. Right, morals is just not. I mean, look at the society we live in. Morals is just not a thing that people preach. They're just not. Just morals is what are morals in 2025, right? So I say that to say, yeah, like the right way can be different to somebody based off of their circumstances. And going back to Vizzy, right, the right thing for her was to make sure she didn't die and she needed to live and she got that implant to where she can breathe and do what she needs to do, but she didn't have the money for it. So now you gotta do what you gotta do to get that money. And so the right way for her was to just survive. And I think sometimes survival kind of gets you out of that black and white and put you more into the gray of things and the gray of life. Like it may not be the right thing to do, but nigga, I'm trying to survive, you know. And sometimes when you try to survive, when you trying to, you know, just trying to make it, you end up doing some stuff that you may not want to do, but you have to do to survive. And as a person who has had to do some shit that he did not want to do just to make sure he had a place to sleep, some food on the table, I can't blame the next person for making a decision based off of survival. Now, I can blame you if you still make the same decision when you don't have to do it. When you don't have to do it and you still choose to do it, okay, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you. That's a totally different conversation. It's a totally different conversation.
I was finna say it also depends on what you feel like, because that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, as far as in what you feel like your needs is and your wants, because it be that thin, you know what I'm saying, that
Hmm.
gray area that, it could be kind of either or, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of like still deciding to go through that. Your heart was racing, but you
Hmm.
kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like you decided to do that instead of, and not saying that you're wrong, because I'm literally in the same boat. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you had to do what you had to do, that was the past you. But, you know what I'm saying? Thinking, if you ever think back on it, you damn near think, you know what I'm saying? Or at least I feel like I damn near, it was always another route,
Always,
but I
yeah, for
just
sure.
chose to not, you know what I'm saying? Or I was going through, or my mind was going through this amount of trauma to even feel like I
Just
can't,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I can't
no, for
see this
sure.
path. So I went that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause, but
No, for sure,
yeah,
for
yeah. But
sure.
yeah, I thought you had a whop in the L. Boy, I was finna say
Whoa,
smoke.
what? No, I was picking my mic up because it was starting to fall and shit. But no,
Nah,
no, I
for
feel
sure.
that, and I agree with that 100%. Like us as humans, we never know the perfect path. We never know what to do. All we can do is take the lessons that we learned from our past and just apply to who we are today in the future, right? You know, my nigga Zuku has some criminals that he wished he could just change around, but he couldn't. But he did that. He took that. He took that to become a better
Full
person.
circle.
You know, to become a better person. So I think at the end of the day, we all need to be grateful for the things that we did in our past, for our YN chaos versions, because you know what? It's the chaos version of yourself who made you the peaceful, loving person that you are today. And if you are not the peaceful, loving person yet, all you have to do is make the choice to become one, you know? Because we want you to be a better person, whether it's, for you, your family, whatever. So anybody listening to this podcast right now, I really want to urge y'all to just, hey, choose peace. Choose love. Love first, always. Because love will always come back to you if you give it to love somebody else. So thank you, Grants, for coming on the podcast today, man. It was a great one.
W Stu,
You
man.
know, and as always, I need y'all to hurry up and watch My Hero Academia the full series so we can talk about it. Cause I want to talk about it. As you
Nah,
see,
definitely lock in with that shit. I ain't
we
gonna lie to you. Anybody who watched that shit is like, I would say specifically on the last season, that shit an emotional roller coaster. And like
emotional.
as a grown ass man, I was in that bitch low key tearing each episode. I'm like, damn, a nigga crying every episode. That's just some bullshit. Fuck that shit. But
That's a
you know what I'm saying?
bullshit.
I heavily, you know what I'm saying? If you fuck with some shit, hey, bro, I fuck
And
with it because I fuck with the peace. Like I've always
about
been a peaceful,
yeah,
bro. Yeah. And with that being said, like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
cat,
say
watch
this.
that shit.
I'm
Watch
gonna
that
say this
shit.
because I've seen a lot of people. I know a lot of people who are just not starting it that I've told to start up just because they see my excitement about My Hero and so they kind of started whatever. And I would tell people this: if you can watch to season 4, season 1 through 3, cool. Like they cool, right? But those are kind of building seasons, so it's not a lot
Mm-hmm.
of action. Season
Bro,
4,
5 and on.
5 and
Yeah.
on is
5
straight
and on,
action.
bro.
That's why
I
I would
wouldn't
tell
even
people,
say even like not even all action. I even say the emotional part because that's what kind of was starting to fuck me up. I'm like, damn, why am
oh
I?
no,
They
I say
giving
season 4.
too much lore.
No,
Whoa.
I say season 4 because that's when Aerie comes into the picture.
Mm,
For anybody who knows who
uh,
Aerie is, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. When Aerie comes in the show is totally different. It's different from Midoriya. It's different for you as a viewer. Like when Aerie, that sweet little girl, comes into the show, everything ain't as cute as it used to be. Shit is now real. I don't know. When you feel the same way, Grams, when she came into the show, the whole dynamic of the show changed. Like
they
that,
did kind of
the
give.
whole dynamic of the show
Anyway, you
changed.
could put your shit right here.
But yes, that's definitely so. Put on this announcement voice. No, for sure. So shout out to My Hero Academia for helping me realize some certain things about my life. Shout out to all the people in my corner that helped me be peaceful. Shout out to my mother to help me get out of, that life before we even get into it. Shout out to everybody who tunes into the Cooldown Den. because you guys choose peace every single day, and you guys help others to choose peace as well. With that being said, next week we are talking about how to shop for your family on a budget, because Christmas is not a cheap holiday. It's not
Bro.
a cheap holiday. So that's what we talk about next week, man. How you buying Christmas presents when you can't even afford eggs, man. We talk about how to have a good Christmas when you can't afford eggs. So that's what we talk about next
When
week.
you want to buy them toys, you buy them ahead of time, and then you
Baby.
know what I'm saying, you hold you hold that shit to the end of the year. That's how you do that, nigga. That's how look. If any parent, nigga, I'm trying to help you out, nigga. Hold that shit to the end of the year, nigga. You gonna get them some shit anyway in
Hey,
the moment, nigga.
hey,
I promise you, nigga.
hey, let
You
me tell
hear
you,
me?
y'all parents be creative. When I tell you my
Yeah,
mom
that nigga
hid her,
Jules.
my mom used to hide our Christmas presents back in July in like the fucking attic or some shit. Just I didn't even know we had like I didn't even know we had an attic, but that was a Christmas attic. That, but it's just like yeah. So
No,
how y'all
bro.
be hiding presents for 7 8 months? Y'all got me. That's crazy. But yeah, so that's what we talking about next week, man. Make sure y'all tune in once again. Same time, same place. YouTube, Twitch, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here. You guys are not gonna catch. You guys are not going to miss an episode. Grams, thanks for coming in. Any last
Love
words you
you,
want to say to
Stu.
people?
I say leave with this, man. You know what I'm saying? Be you, but this also for you too, Stu.
Oh shit!
Yeah, nah, nigga. Be you, but don't give them all of you. You know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta have, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's funny cause that we even started talking about that shit for a long time. So I feel like I gotta, you know what I'm saying, feel like, and this kind of a little bit for everybody at the same time. But shit, be you. But you know what I'm saying? Definitely don't get everybody all of you because you know it comes to times where it comes with I wouldn't say consequences or anything, but I would say it comes with, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, you know, like just not even feeling like somebody got the one up, but just it's like, I don't know. Just be you though. I say that. I ended on that. I ended on that.
I love that. I love that, man. Should be y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's your boy. See you. I'll catch you next time. Peace.